Cool. I think we're good to go. How are we, everybody?
Good to be here.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Still don't know why Collingwood have to play a game in Marvel every year. Do you know why?
Yeah, it's under the AFL contract that every Victorian team has to play at least one home game at Marvel.
Again, why? Why? This makes no fucking sense.
I don't know. It's under the AFL Marvel
Oh, for fuck's sake.
agreement.
How about we let them have all their games at the MCG and let Port Adelaide wear their one fucking game a year have their fucking they can wear the prison bars. That should be the rule, eh? Everyone would be fucking happy. No, Collingwood wouldn't have to play at fucking Marvel Stadium. It's so especially against a team like why not? I don't know, Hawthorn. Like Hawthorn's games aren't like their home game's supposed to be the MCG anyway. Let them play at Marvel or St Kilda. Let them have their home game. No, they can't play St Kilda. They have to play a team that they play at like they're playing a team that their home game is Marvel. It's like I guess you say the same thing about
Yeah, no, you should be against a team like an interstate team that don't get much crowd like the Gold Coast or the Giants.
Yeah, or even like that. Yeah.
Do you know the subs are on that?
The subs are guys. Will Parker for Collingwood and Lachlan McNeil for the Western Bulldogs. Already prepared for us, don't worry.
Yeah.
So out of their last 5 attempts, guys, I don't really know what it says, but don't worry, it will come up eventually. Okay, it won't. Fuck.
It's 3-2 Collingwood.
3-2 Collingwood. Alrighty, looks like the ball is in readiness. Here we go. Friday night, Bulldogs against Collingwood. Home game for the Pies at Marvel Stadium. Collingwood don't like it, but they have to play there once a year, unfortunately, for them. Very stupid, but anyway.
Oh,
Terrible bounce from the umpire. I have to recall that one.
And,
how's the mic looking? Yeah, that's all right. All right, so back in the middle we go. From the first tab, English won it down towards Bontempelli. Couldn't gather it below his knees. Pushed in the back a little bit there by Crisp, and now Collingwood to get through the front of the stoppage. Dale, they recover here, the Bulldogs. Great little turn from Bontempelli. Works it out wide. Quaynor cuts it off.
whoa, that's...
Nearly 50 there.
Yeah, that's...
So Quaynor adds the footy here. Centre wing. Commentary side. He'll go with a long kick towards 50. Dale standing under it. Got at the back. Knocked down to McQuarrie. Works it out wide. Josh Dacos from 50. He can go with a low penetrating ball towards the teeth. A goal! I think he's got the distance. What a start to Friday night footy for the Pies.
And a nice addition to my AFL fantasy team, that was.
That was a great little finish there from Josh Dacos. What do you have Josh Dacos for?
Because he's actually got an average of over 100 the last 3 weeks, and with the buys and all that sort of stuff coming on, I just brought him in. He's a low 850 player, I think. So, but that was a good start for Collingwood. That was.
Well, I tipped them. I was about to change my tip, but I kept strong.
I stupidly did change my tip. So
I mean, it's the first goal of the game.
Yeah.
It's over, guys. Might as well turn off the stream now.
Yeah, but I think it does suit their style, Collingwood, on Marvel as well, as much as it does the MCG.
Bulldogs got to do better there.
The Bulldogs, that was just typical of the Bulldogs, really. If you want to be
a bit critical there, but anyway. Great stuff for Colin.
Oh, come on.
2 bounces, the umpires, 3 bounces, 2 bounces he's had. He's messed them both up. I don't know if it's the same guy.
I think it's the same umpire, but still.
Oh, they both messed it up.
Well,
so, umpire throws it up here. Nick Dacos breaking through. Tumble punt. Or more of a spiral kick inside 50. And out the back is Lockie Schultz. So, a great start here for Collingwood. And a chance here for 2 inside 50s and 2 goals.
If you really want to be critical to start off with, that was pretty pathetic by the Dogs for that clearance. Like, he let...
Nick Dacos roam.
Yeah, that was pretty pathetic.
That's a good start here for Collingwood. And Lockie Schultz here. Opportunity to get 2 quick goals in the first just over a minute of play. So he comes in now. Little stutter step run up. He's left it out to the right, trying to work it back, but not enough. So first minor score of the evening for the Pies. So it's a big game for the Bulldogs as well. They are favourites going into this game.
Yeah. With all the injuries that the Collingwood have had, they just, well, in a way deserve to be favourites. They were competitive last week, the Dogs, against Sydney.
Yeah, they could have almost won that game if it wasn't for their injuries throughout the evening.
And umpire calls.
Yeah. So Howe works it long here down the wing and knocked out by Ash Johnson. Big game for him tonight as well. So first contest able to knock that one out of bounds. I've never had a Stonewood in a can. I don't know how it's going to taste, but anyway. The guy in the chat called me Little McAvaney. I feel like I'm very privileged to have been known as Little McAvaney. Yeah. Can't believe I'm shorter than him. Anyway, tap down there from Cameron, coming through as Lipinski. Gets his old side wrapped up. So about 55, 60 out here from the Collingwood goal. So Cameron won it down. Bontempelli got a few touches of the ball early. Dale. Now they work it through hands nicely here, the Dogs. Gallagher gave it back to Bontempelli, but immediately just taken over the boundary line. So they're trying to get it through Bontempelli's hands early in this game, but Collingwood pretty hot on the pressure. For fuck's sake. So both Ruckman tussle here. I think it's going to go be a free kick to English. It is.
Somehow.
I mean, I think it had the front spot. Probably got held a little. Anyway, so Tim English has it here at half-back. Just work it into this little pocket here. Out wide to Gallagher. He works it back inside. Cut off, though. Didn't get enough airtime on that kick, and Crisp will make them pay. Nice little kick inside 50. Hits up Schultz, who gives off the handball to Dacos. Didn't have enough room, so gives it back to Schultz, who sends an absolute floater inside the forward 50. Jones is able to cover it. Did okay. Gives it to Treloar, who slams it on the boot and will be coming back. Oh! Oh, that's going to be weeks for Darcy. He's gone up way too late, and he's knocked over Maynard.
Oh, that was not a good look end.
That's going to be 50, and that's going to be Weeks. He's lucky that Maynard got up pretty quickly, but that's a pretty poor look.
Oh, it's brutal. No.
Not a very good look at all there for Darcy. Just cannoned into the back of Maynard. He's lucky he got up pretty quickly because that could have been very dangerous.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately, the thing is now you have to go up for the mark, and if he went up with his hands, he may have actually not. He may have only just given away 50, but that's going to be looked at by the tribunal. But nonetheless, Maynard comes in and kicks the goal, so Collingwood get a pretty good start here Friday night. So first initial thoughts of that, what do you think?
2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. It's tough, isn't it? I mean, he didn't look. He was lucky that Maynard got straight back up, but the AFL has shown that they don't like that sort of look.
No.
I can already see all the comments saying, "Oh, it's Maynard, so who cares?" I can already see it. Yeah. He's going to come off now, Braden Maynard. So he's probably going to get a HIA check here.
He actually got that replay doesn't look good for Darcy because it looks like you can see.
He only jumps as Maynard goes to take
Maynard
the mark.
That makes it look even worse now. Yeah, he's tucked his shoulder in, and as he takes the mark, Darcy jumps for it. So that looks very bad.
And Aaron Norton's out for quite a while, so that's going to be interesting now for the Bulldogs. But back on the game, Nick Dacos streaming through the middle, works it inside 50, great looking ball. Frampton couldn't mark. They're under siege at the moment here, under the Dogs. Harrison trying to get the handball over the top. Markov back in the side, good lock-up tackle. Got a kick away somehow. Pies, all sorts of pressure. They're doing brilliantly so far. Hill works it out to Crisp, who can get another one. Great finish, Jack Crisp. Collingwood, 3 goals in 3.5 minutes. Hot start. Well, that's interesting now for the Bulldogs. They have to get their mind back on the game now because they are in all sorts early in this game.
Yeah, the Dogs just haven't started well, and a player like Darcy, who you don't even expect that to happen to, so you just don't know how that's going to affect him.
Yeah, he's a younger guy too, so that's going to be in his mind for the rest of the match.
And
he just has to put that out of his mind now because at the moment that's gonna. Yeah, it's pretty poor. They've already given Nick Dacos 2 easy clearances.
You look at this contest and you look at that and you look. Bontempelli's literally pointing at Dacos. It's like.
Why don't go to him?
It's like, oh yeah, just tap it to Dacos. He'll do it for him.
Yeah.
It's like that's just horrible midfield craft that. And
well, they've got 3 very easy clearances so far,
and they're about to get the 4th.
Dacos brothers link up. So this is Josh working through half-back. He wants to work it out wide. Not the greatest looking ball. Sidebottom did brilliantly. Little Little tap-ons, trying to get it forward. Ricochet's out now. Treloar, English, inside handball. Put Dale under a lot of pressure. He gets locked up by Crisp. He got a handball away, I think. No, the umpire pays it. So good decision there for the umpire.
Yeah,
they're going to be hot on holding the ball this week.
Yeah. You don't want to be holding the ball too long this weekend.
And it's going to be 50. Oh, and it's Sam Darcy. It's Sam Darcy again. He's walked through the protected area, and right now the Bulldogs are in all sorts. How you doing, Will? They're running riot. They're fucking dominating, man. Absolutely dominating. So you'll see it here. Darcy comes through now.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of, they've taken him off. That's a good idea. Get his mind back on the game so Luke Beveridge can talk to him. But right now, Jack Crisp coming in for his second goal already. He lines up. It's not a very good kick. He leaves it out to the left-hand side.
Well, today he's got the equal second most consecutive games, Jack Crisp. So we always rely on Jack Crisp, but besides kicking on goal.
Yeah, well, you usually can rely on him anyway. He's a very consistent player for the Pies. Been one of their best for quite a while now since moving from the Lions. So now the Bulldogs, they just need a slow momentum at the moment because the Pies are all over them. So James Harm's it off back and he's going to get 50.
I think they told him,
I think they told Josh Dacos to stand and unfortunately he didn't.
Well,
So 50 and 50. So there's been 3 50-metre penalties, 3 goals in the space of about 4.5 minutes of play. And here's another 50-metre penalty. Oh my God. What a start to this game.
That wasn't 50. That one definitely was not even on the mark there, still side bottom.
Oh, Jesus Christ. My brain is sore at the moment. So Jack McRae has been given a 50-metre penalty. He's been worked to about 15 metres out, about a 40-odd degree angle, so not too bad. He's the left footer though. He's just going to have to kick this one straight. Can't leave any sort of wiggle room here. He comes in, nice looking ball, and the Bulldogs get on the board. Yeah, it was side bottom that moved. So side bottom gave away the 50. I just think it's a very tough call. I don't think he was... Usually the umpire gives a little bit of leeway there. Like they go to say stand, but then he never actually took the stand. Like he never went to go stand the mark. He pretty much always was moving back away from it. So a little bit of luck there for the Bulldogs. Is one way. Darcy nearly basically a 11-point play.
I've got a score at the moment. The Dogs. They just looked all at sea.
They needed that one.
I just want to say this again because...
So, Dacos... They're very hot on this at the moment. So, he didn't really stop either. So, if anything, your side bottom probably...
never really did.
Yeah.
He walked up to it, but then he went back. But maybe that was the fault for it.
So, they're very hot on that at the moment. So, now Collingwood again streaming through the middle. Crisp nearly got a kick forward. Bounces now to... Dale, who got taken down. Collingwood trying to get it out of there. It's Sullivan who's wrapped up and be a ball up. Dacos one was stiff. So I kind of agree with. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, actually. I don't know if my brother thinks differently, but yeah. So
I think the problem for side bottom is that he walked up to the mark and then he went back.
Yeah, true.
So the umpire was like, oh, well, he's going to stand, but then he walked back, so...
Harm's just come off the ground there.
I think he's just done his hammy.
All sorts of carnage in this game so far. And there'll be a ball up, just outside 50 here for Collingwood.
The Bulldogs just need to just do something in their midfield. They just look all at sea in the stoppages at the moment.
They're getting smashed. Lob with the tap down here to Sanders. McQuarrie wraps him up. Trying to take him over the boundary line. It'll be holding the ball. Holy... What? Okay. Holding the ball against Riley Sanders. That's a tough decision. They got tapped directly to him.
You tried to... I think he's...
okay. Alright, McCreary's got the free kick here just outside the forward 50. Goes to the low ball. Looks okay. Good work there from O'Donnell. Takes a good mark in front. Terrible kick. McQuarrie cuts it off. Able to punch that one out of bounds. And Collingwood locking it in at the moment. Yeah, no, I agree with you a little bit there, Gwen. Especially when they're not on the kicker's correct foot or their leading foot. I don't think they should be called for it. Little tap down from Cameron, little deft touchdown to Lipinski, and now Jack Crisp snapping on goal leaves it out to the left. He's kicked 1 goal too so far, Jack Crisp. He's had a very good start to this game. Him and Nick Dacos have dominated so far, and Josh Dacos as well.
Yeah. They just need some possession here, the Dogs, because they're not near it.
So Dale works it in short, finds Keith. And he can go along with the kick out wide. Hugo Hagen trying to get in front. Well in there from Moore. Kept on running, did brilliantly. Darcy Moore streaming forward. Works the kick inside. Great looking ball. Couldn't mark it there, Schultz. Has he claimed the mark? He has. Great work there from Darcy Moore. I thought it was touched, but Lockie Schultz never gave up on the play. It was a great vision. I agree with you there, Gwen. Gwen Will. I'll call you Gwen. Just that kick off the line, no, that's actually marked. That's a good mark. Good decision there from the umpire. Bontempelli, I thought maybe got a fist onto it, but no, it's a good mark there from Lockie Schultz. If anything, Collingwood should be further in front right now. Lockie Schultz pretty much straight in front. Bit of an odd-looking ball towards goal, but the result is what they wanted. They've got 4 goals already, Collingwood. And right now, the Bulldogs are all at sea.
Yeah, this is a horrible start from the Dogs.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that those 2 50-metre penalties right now, they would be nowhere near their forward half. I mean, so it looks like they're about to get ready to come on the sub here. So Lockie McNeil about to come onto the ground. Looks like James Harms is out. That's big talk. That's big news because James Harms, one of their better players this year, especially the past month, and it looks like he's about to be subbed out. So James Harms seems to have done a hamstring injury. It's really bad news for the Bulldogs. Got a lot of problems all over the ground right now. Tap down from Cameron. Dacos did well. Sullivan playing through the middle. Gets it forward. Johnson couldn't mark. O'Donnell did well. Duray couldn't gather. Did well there. Markov works the handball out wide to Lipinski. Got a short little option in the pocket. Bobby Hill. They are all over them at the moment, Collingwood.
This is more like a training drill at the moment for the Pies.
The tip for Collingwood's looking pretty good right about now.
Oh, well. To be honest, you can just see this come from the Dogs, really. They've played well for the past month. This was looking ominous in a way at the moment.
So Bobby Hill comes around the corner. Not a very good kick, though. Oh, he didn't. Only just made the distance, too. First time watching your stream. Now I know I have had a few, but there are 2 of you. Don't worry, man. I've had enough for the both of us. Yeah, I've got a twin brother. He's on we do the podcast together and sometimes the trade videos, but yeah. Appreciate you joining the stream, Richard. Maybe slow down on the beers, though. If you see more than 2 of us, then you know you've drunk too much. So now Dale, trying to switch the play here for the Dogs. Fraser, good-looking ball. At the moment, the Bulldogs, the only time they've been able to get it in their forward half, basically, is the 2 50-metre penalties.
Yeah.
So this may be their first venture forward. So now with a long ball down the wing, pack of players formed. Darcy Moore couldn't bring it down. Darcy able to get a handball away. Now they get it forward. Not a very good kick there from Garcia. And now Howe cuts it off. They had no forward structure there, the Dogs, either. So now Dean, dangerous looking kick, but if he hits it there away, he does nicely. Side bottom. Works it inside to Noble. Nice little kick over the top to Sullivan. They're away, the Pies. He had McRae. That's Finlay McRae. Decided not to give there. Dacos looking for a handball. Sullivan says, I'm going long. He's looking for Bobby Hill. Johnson went in front. Probably got in the way of Bobby in the end. And Schultz looked to the boundary line. That's deliberate. And it is.
It had to be.
Collywobbles are such a hot and cold team. Oh, I don't know. I mean, last week they were hot for a couple of quarters and they nearly lost it.
Oh, Jesus.
Dale running himself into a bit of trouble. Works it out wide. He's messed up the kick. The Bulldogs, this is probably the worst I've seen them play in a month. At the very least. I mean, they played really well against Sydney last week. But right now, they are all at sea.
And the thing is,
how have they got a better kicking efficiency?
They've been horrible. They just can't handle the pressure at the moment, the Dogs.
Yeah, it's just perceived pressure as well. He's all over him there. Cameron should have got a free kick. Sullivan got a handball only just away, but it's cut off. Treloar gives it off to Fraser. Works the ball out wide. Dean wasn't really looking at the footy. Darcy did well. Getting his mind back into the game. He's had a couple of good moments in this quarter after that terrible look earlier in the game. Back to McRae. And now Bontempelli got an option in the pocket. Decides not to go there. Their long option Looks like a smaller. Is it Vandermeer? I don't know about that. So he's just going to have to go to the top of the goal square here. Almost took the mark there, Darcy. But Collingwood can recover here. McRae back to Noble. At the top of the goal square, he's turned it over to Jackson McRae, who snaps on goal, and he's got 2. Well, a good start here for Jack McRae. He's kept them in it so far in this first quarter. Well, right now, he's the only one who's looking likely in their forward line.
Yeah.
Who do you barrack for? Gwenwell? Genwell? Oh, fucking hell. Do you want to venture a guess, Jack, on what the name is? Genwell?
Yeah.
Genwell?
Genwell?
Genwell? Yeah, I think we'll go with Genwell. Good forward pressure there from Darcy. He's had a couple of good moments since that push on Maynard early.
That's what he's got to do. He's just got to put his head back into the game and
don't worry about the suspension until next week.
Yeah.
Until the week. Because, I mean, you probably will get weeks. But, yeah, he's lucky that Maynard got up. I don't know how he's been at the moment, though. Treloar trying to break forward. Got pressured up on McQuarrie. Did well. He worked back onto it, Treloar. Low left foot ball. On the bounce to Lob. Trying to keep it in front of him. Pushed away from side bottom. Sanders went in hard. McRae again. Out towards Treloar. He tracking it down. Couldn't grab it. May have got a high one there, Treloar, and he will. And Treloar's apologises to side bottom. Oh, old teammates, of course. Well, side bottom's had a couple of bad moments in this first quarter. You go for the Hawks. Oh, okay. They're definitely on the up, though. That's unlucky.
yeah.
Treloar even apologised to side bottom. He's like, I'm sorry about that. To be fair, the arm was high after it went over.
Yeah.
I can forgive the fall over, but why did he put his arm out to get him high as well? That was a bit unlucky. Anyway, Adam Treloar, one of his better years for the Bulldogs since moving from the Pies. He'll kick from just inside 50, 45-degree angle, and he definitely didn't think he had the distance in him. So a bad hooking ball there goes through for a behind. So the Bulldogs in the past few minutes just getting some territory, which they desperately needed. So they work it out wide here. They work it through hands. Dacos over the top to Noble, trying to get rid of it. In fact, it's Dean who gives him an option. Did pretty well to fight back onto it. Back to Howe. Little kick over the top. Harrison was beaten to it. Knocked out of bounds. Pies are just warming up, looking for a fast-paced game. Bulldogs need to slow down and a bit set themselves up. Yeah, I think they just need to settle down a bit. Maynard's back on the bench. Looks okay. Looks like he's at the front of the bench. It looks like he'll come back on, so it's good news for the Pies. Tap down there for the Bulldogs, going straight towards Harrison, who gets locked up again.
Yeah, you can see the Bulldogs are just starting to settle in. And
yeah, well, they definitely needed to, because the first 15 minutes of this game have been bloody terrible. Sanders got a handball out the back towards Williams. He sets up for the long bomb, which he goes for now. 3-on-3. Great work from Jeremy Howe. Just to push Lob under the footy, take a good mark.
that's pretty pathetic by Lob. Really.
Pretty pathetic.
When you're trying to put yourself back on the AFL landscape, that was just a pretty pathetic attempt, really.
He should have pushed back harder.
Yeah, he should have made it more of a contest.
Yeah. So now side bottom. Long ball down the outer wing. Jones, good work. Got in front, took a good mark.
Been doing that for years.
Yeah. He's been very good for them this year. Liam Jones, of course. One of their better players last year too. He goes long with the kick again towards Lob. English is there, couldn't mark. Brought to ground, fighting hard now. Finlay McRae, short little ball did well. Now the Pies can settle it down through Harrison. He wants to go. Good ball inside. That was nice. Oh, not the great handball, though. Messed it up there, Crispy. Fights back onto it. Did well. Handball forward for Frampton. Didn't really know what to do with it, but gave it to the runner in Noble, who takes a bounce. Long handball. Messed it up. He had a free man in the pocket, and he turned it over. McNeil works the kick out wide. Got a very nice bounce there, Lob. Got a handball away. Bramble fighting back. Good tackle from McQuarrie. Nice. And then it's a ball up here, forward side of the wing, commentary side. Need more speed around the ground. Oh, McQuarrie got a hold on the... Is that on the ball as well? Jesus Christ. All right. They're hot on it so far in this game. So now McQuarrie. He thumps an absolute tumble punt, which may work. Got a bit of a movement. I think O'Donnell's been paid the mark. No, he hasn't. Play on. Fighting hard here, Gallagher. Handball out wide to O'Donnell, who clears the ball outside the defensive 50. Hagen got at the back there, lob. Couldn't mark. Free kick, I think, has been ripped out here. Someone's been calling for striking. Oh, okay. So Taylor Dray's been called for striking here, and it's going to be a free kick forward here for Nick Dacos. Haven't to see the replay of that, but that's a pretty big call. So Nick Dacos has been given the free kick here in the forward 50. Still 6.5 minutes to play in this first quarter. It's been a very frenetic start to this game. We've seen 2 suspensions now, 4 50-metre penalties, and 6 goals scored. So it's been everything in this first quarter. But Nick Dacos, tough angle. He kicks on goal. That's a beautiful looking ball. Great kick from Nick Dacos. Collingwood have got 5. Taylor Dray still getting some treatment from Collingwood teammates. His brother gets to him now. I want to see the replay, but I've got to put the score up quickly. They won't show it anyway because it's an advert on Channel 7. So 20-point margin here for the Pies. That's 2 Bulldogs players now suspended. Booked. Every Dogs possession, it's 1 on 2. Yeah, true. Here we go.
Down there and...
Oh,
no, that's not reportable.
Fuck. That was nothing in that. Jesus. Fuck. That was nothing in that. Jesus Christ. That was nothing that.
That's pretty pathetic.
Held there off the ball was Dacos. He'll get the free kick in the middle of the ground. So now Nick Dacos directing traffic. Sends it inside the forward 50 off the line. Great looking ball. Great mark from Schultz going back.
Beautiful kick by Dacos. I think it was more to Bobby Hill, but Lockie Schultz did all the work early to get that. It's a beautiful kick though.
Yeah, the kick off the line. It's really working so far against the Dogs. Dogs are trying to set up on the line of sight, but just that kick there, just a little bit off the line, so the likes of Liam Jones can't get on that intercept play. Yeah, you can see there, Liam Jones is trying to set up to try and intercept, but he couldn't, obviously, with that kick off that line of kick. It was pretty nice. And now Lockie Schultz will come in. Opportunity for his second goal. He's hooked it to the left-hand side. They missed some opportunities in this first quarter, Collingwood. Why would you do that when you fucking... So the Bulldogs, to be honest, they probably should be further down. They've had a pretty poor first quarter. Quaynor going back to a good mark there up on Bontempelli. So centre wing here. Quaynor. Goes with a wide ball. Frampton won't get there. Duray thumps it out of bounds. So we just ticked into red time in this first quarter. 22-point lead into the Pies. Sorry. From the tap down, English. Won it forward. Dacos is there with McNeil. McNeil gathered it well. Handball to Bontempelli. Back to Fraser. In fact, it's O'Donnell. Treloar. They do okay. Treloar's handball missed. Gallagher works it back to O'Donnell. He's had a lot of touches in this first quarter. Helicopter ball down the wing. Hagen got up. Good work. Got up the ground to take that ball. Well, really important game for him tonight.
Yeah, at the moment, Hagen's just got the first time you've really seen him tonight, so...
Yeah, he works it short here to West, and he gets it back. Kick, I don't know if that was meant for English, but it will work. English works the handball out wide to Bontempelli. He can go all by himself. He sends a long ball. Umpire does not move. Bontempelli roars, and the Dogs have their third. Great finish.
He just had to do it. It was the captain's job to kick that, and... Once he left the boot, he knew it was home. That's what they need. They need a captain's goal there.
I mean, he had a glancing look inboard, but I think he always knew he had to do it himself. Good finish. Is it just me, or do these not have any flavour to them?
I haven't.
Yeah, you're right.
I haven't opened mine yet.
The bottles definitely have flavour to them. Not that, like, you know, it tastes like, it kind of tastes like a 4X Gold. No flavour in the can. It's just like drinking creaming soda. He'd probably be the best Bulldog that I've ever seen anyway. So back in the middle we go. Bulldogs just keeping in touch at the moment. Dacos, look away, handball was brilliant. Hit up Jack Crisp inside the forward 50. Well, that's just true class from the Pies.
Yeah, if the dog is going to come and get back into this game, Dacos
has to be shut down.
Yeah,
He's had 3 real influential, well, 4 probably inside 50s in this game so far.
Yeah.
And he's kicked a goal as well. So he's probably, he's had a massive start to this game. So Billy Frampton playing up forward tonight. He's been all over the ground this year. Deep defence, been in the ruck, playing up forward now. Oh, he didn't really look confident on the run up, but he's kicked it way out to the right.
Maybe we should stay back.
Yeah. That was a pretty poor kick, I'm going to be honest.
They should be up by about by 30 points by now, the Pies.
Yeah, I agree. I think they've dominated this first quarter. So Dale will take the kick in here, runs out of the square, get that extra disposal. Love to see it.
There's one good thing about them keeping so many behind. Dale starts getting his points.
Chris went with the handballs, intercepted.
Ooh.
English tackled well by McQuarrie. So taken down on 50. Big crowd at Marvel, of course, for a Collingwood game. Collingwood home game. Still don't know why they have it, but anyway. Tap down from Cameron. Josh Dacos over the top to Crisp again. Locked down by Daniel. Great tackle. And he's pinned.
Yep.
I think it's a pretty good call. I like that one. Yeah, there's been a couple that have been like, I think a bit much. I don't think they'd be paid in 3 weeks. Let's put it that way. But if they're paid like that, I like it. Daniel gets the free kick. Came on as the sub last week against the Swans and had a real impact. Works it down the wing for Bontempelli. Couldn't take it. Dacos got tackled well. Should be pinned. And he is. Great work from the Bont. Handball inside. Treloar. They could mess this up. Gallagher got a handball away to Duray. He can thump it inside the forward 50. 1-on-1 is Lobb. Great grab. Did really well there, Rory Lobb. That's what he's got to do. He was the stronger man. He was taller. Just got Maynard out of his way and took a good grab. This is good work here from Bontempelli. They have to put some physical pressure onto Dacos tonight. They haven't done it in the first 25 minutes, but that was a good tackle. That's the one place where the Bulldogs can win tonight is in the air in the forward line. If they can just get some separation, they can take some real opportunities. Rory Lobb comes in, thumps it 3/4 high up the post, and that's a behind. So another opportunity missed from the Bulldogs. They can't miss too many tonight. They have to take their opportunities.
Yeah.
Especially Rory Lobb as well.
He is normally an accurate kick.
Oh, Bobby went up. Couldn't mark. Landed nicely, though. Got a kick away. Was smothered. Bramble. Couldn't grab it cleanly. Markov to Schultz. He threw that away. Umpire didn't see it. Now they're working inside through Bytel. Not a very good kick, though. And Jones cuts it off. And he wants to go. Works the kick out wide. Went up a bit early there, West. It gets out the back. Maynard. Working onto his left boot. Low ball is nice. It's up Bobby. Bobby Hill just outside the forward 50.
Probably out of range.
He's looking around. You wouldn't write off a little dodge around the mark here.
Yeah, with the arc, the extra couple metres he can get, probably take on the person on the mark. He probably could nail this.
Bobby went one way then the other. He's dodged it around one. That's Riley West. Then with the low ball on 50, gets it off to Sullivan. So they just run the perimeter at the moment. Noble. He's further out, so I don't think he's got the distance in him. He's got Josh Dacos on about a 45-degree angle. But now Noble, low-looking ball, great kick. McQuarrie cuts it off of Schultz, but it's a good kick in the end. Great read great work there from the Collingwood forwards. They're going to have to do that tonight. They can't bomb it long too often. That was great work. Bulldogs got to do better, though, with that.
Look at that. No one even looks at him, at McQuarrie there. That's just really
The fact that Bontempelli's trying to lock down Lockie Schultz then as well. Like, surely he has a matchup that Bontempelli shouldn't be able to run around. Well, I mean, it's not that he shouldn't be, but anyway.
Yeah.
So now McQuarrie, 45-degree angle, 40 metres out, holds that right goalpost and he thumps it almost post height straight into the post. So some 12 scoring shots in this first quarter from the Pies. They've wasted some crucial chances.
They can't really blame the weather for playing on Marvel.
They don't really have these conditions very often, do they, Collingwood?
Yeah.
So now Dre, long ball down the wing. Darcy Moore got up there, so did Darcy, and brought it Out of bounds. 7 seconds to go in this first quarter. Collingwood have dominated the majority of it. Only lead it by 17 though. Bulldogs feel pretty happy with the scoreline at the moment because the rest of the first quarter hasn't been the greatest. So the umpire throws it in. Maybe one last chance for either side if they get a clean clearance. English tries to get it out to Treloar. High ball towards the 50. Ugle-Hagan went up. But the siren sounds at Marvel Stadium for quarter time. So Collingwood dominant in the first quarter. Did miss some opportunities though. They lead 5-7-37 to the Bulldogs. 3-2-20. So definitely think Collingwood dominated that first quarter.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. And they should really be up by more than that. They should be up by about
Yeah, I agree. They should
be
be
up by
way
about
up.
5 goals.
Yeah, I agree with you. They missed some crucial chances in that first quarter. But Dacos probably best player on the ground at the moment.
Yeah.
Dacos, Crisp, and then, I don't know, someone else. 3-2, and then I don't know. Collingwood trending, that's never good. Collingwood's trending on Twitter. Oh no.
That can't be right.
What?
Nick Dacos has only got 21.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Well, he's only had the disposals and the goal. That's all he's done. There's no other fantasy stats that he's done, really.
Okay. Bo McQuarrie had 6 tackles in that first quarter. Holy shit. Anyway, do you want to go through the AFL fantasy scores for the first quarter?
Yeah, give me a sec. So, yes.
It's on the screen, but okay.
Whatever. Yeah, so the top... Well, we'll go top 5. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Jack Crisp with 45. Bo McCreary with 41. Bailey Dale with 40. With Marcus Bontempelli on 38. And Lockie Schultz with 35.
They're fantasy points, by the way, guys.
Then we'll go with the disposals. You got Bailey Dale with 12. With probably the amount of...
What, they've kicked 7 behind.
7 behind.
So he's had 5 kicks.
Seven of those kicks are definitely from misses. Jack Crisp with 9 as of Treloar. You got John Noble with 8 and Bontempelli with 8. And with Dacos and Schultz with 7.
That's Josh Dacos as well. So, yeah. Interesting start to this game. There's been, 2 suspensions, 4 50-metre penalties, and, how many goals? 8 goals. 7 goals,
you got 2 suspensions. One that was actually reported on as it happened where it should have been, and the other one obviously wasn't because...
Yeah, well, the Darcy one I think is going to definitely get weeks. Maybe 2 because he came back onto the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Dacos one won't get anything. Well, it shouldn't get anything anyway. I mean, it's probably a free kick, but that's probably about it. It wasn't striking.
No.
Anyway, that's just my fault. How you doing, Mark? What are you up to this afternoon? Or tonight, sorry. Oh, we can put an ad. Let's go. Oh, you can't automatically just click it. Oh, no, you can too. Oh, shit, that's bad.
We should have the Michael when you do that.
I don't care. People know that there's going to be ads. It's not that I don't care. It's just like, fucking, it's an ad. If you don't want to watch ads, then you can't even watch the football because they have ads all the fucking time. You know, I listen to like the radio today. You know how like those radio shows like in the morning? You know, like out of the 3 hours that they do the shows, 40 minutes is the show. The rest of it is all adverts.
Oh, yeah, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah. 40 minutes is the show. So that means over, 3/4 of it is just adverts.
Yeah.
God, that's crap.
Who tipped the Dogs tonight?
You want to check who tipped the Dogs?
So in our tipping competition, we have Brandon did and
Brandon did.
Kersey did. They're the ones that are ahead of me.
So the 2 or 3 people that are in front of me tipped the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen Brad Johnson on the commentary much this year. Has he got a hunchback?
No, but he looks a lot smaller than I think he is. God.
It's because he's standing next to Gary Lyon. How do you feel about holding the ball decisions in that first quarter?
I think they were a bit harsher than they were last night.
Yeah.
But I think that you might as well go harsh stuff with first and then make it more lenient. But I think most of the calls they've got have been pretty close to right.
Yeah, I think there's a couple you'd say aren't. Which players can you remember played for both Doggies and Pies? Lipinski did.
Caleb Poulter did.
Caleb Poulter. It's quite a few, actually. I don't know if there's any more. Fuck, I can't remember. Oh, Trelaw. Who else?
Got their current players. We're not thinking of other ones.
Bailey Smith.
That's a future one.
Yeah, that's a future one. But Sam Darcy was suspended in the... Well, sorry. Fucking, I keep saying suspended. He was booked in the first quarter with his knock on Braden Maynard. I think he'll probably be looked at... I think he's probably going to get weeks. Oh, Travis Cloak as well. Do they even count the Bulldogs years? He played for, what, there a year and a half, though? He's probably remembered more for his running role at the Essendon than his games at the Bulldogs. So, second term about to get underway. Nick Dacos dominated in the first. Can the Bulldogs lock him down? Can they get back into this game? Only down by 17, though, at the quarter-time break. Second term underway. Tap down there from Cameron. Bontempelli trying to slap it forward. Sullivan locked up by Gallagher. Got a handball forward, though. Cameron trying to get it off the ground. Bontempelli did well to read it. Handball onto the ground of Daniel. He was a bit shorter, so he thought he'd roll it up to his feet. Dacos did well. Bontempelli turned it over. Did well. Bramble. Handball forward. Gave it off, though. McQuarrie. Little check side kick inside. Got a terrible bounce there. Jeray English covered it. Back to Jeray. He kicks a long ball. Darcy did well to bring it to ground. Little tap on to Daniel, who worked back inside. Got the 1-2. Caleb Daniel had Darcy in the pocket. Decides to go longer than that. Darcy Moore cuts it off. Had to go short.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the option there, Daniel.
So Quainer goes with a wide ball. Johnson just overran it a little. Out the back is Fraser. Locked up by Finlay McRae. Be a ball up on the outer side. Very hot game of footy so far. So English will tap out the back to Williams. Got a high ball. Stay in bounds. It does. Good work there from Sanders to bring it to ground. Side bottom. A little bit too easy to get away there. Works it long. Johnson, 1-2. Got it. It's a free kick on to Billy Frampton. I don't know why they just didn't pay the mark. They usually do, but nonetheless. Frampton will get the free kick. Wants to give off the handball. Now Dacos. Little kick forward. Was okay, but Dale happy to take that one out of bounds. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why just... yeah.
Not that Darcy would like... It's not a very... It's just the best option there. Had to go it.
Normally,
Daniel's a good decision maker.
Pick the right decision.
Cameron, little tap forward, did nicely. McRae, now Lipinski against the former side, rolls it towards goal. Leaves it out to the right. Collingwood are wasting some huge chances in this game.
Yeah. Loving it as Dale. It's a VC on. Loving it.
Oh, you didn't put Dacos?
I was going to, but I changed it because he has actually... Because, Collingwood recently have given up a lot of disposals to halfbacks.
Oh, okay.
So I changed it to Dale, and luckily at the moment they're kicking horribly in front of goal.
So now, forward side of the wing here are the Bulldogs. Caleb Daniel has it. I'm sure he'll make the correct decision this time. He doesn't have a lot of options here, though, so he's just going to have to work it out wide. Well, he's run a long way, Jesus. He eventually bounced it, now thumps it long. Ugle-Hagan jumped straight into English. Bontempelli did well to Sanders. Got wrapped up well there by Howe. Oh, that's not holding the ball. Oh.
Yeah, if you want to be critical, we kind of try to fend off, but...
Oh, I don't know about I think he's just trying to break.
They're not given a lot of prior opportunity at the moment. Not giving them a lot of prior opportunity.
I guess it's just. I mean, I guess they'd rather than pay that than not, but a lot more. But yeah, it's a bit tough, that one.
Yeah.
Out of bounds here. Fraser was able to knock that one out. Here it is again. So Sanders immediately gets wrapped up. It's not like he's trying to shrug it. I think that's crap.
Yeah.
And there's already been 6 free kicks for holding the ball now in this game. I mean, I think it's just going to take a couple of weeks. Maybe just get it right. I hope the Swans don't play this weekend. I'm just going to put it that way. Oh, I'm going to pay it again. The ball up again here on the out.
Ooh. He didn't give the ball back to the umpire.
I think there's a couple of Collingwood fans who heard that. Tap down there from English. McRae couldn't gather. Now Dacos coming through. Got it knocked out of his hands by his teammate. Nick Dacos now. Got a handball through somehow. Out the back is Daniel. And now Treloar. He can thump it inside the forward 50 again. Ugle-Hagan, little jump up. Couldn't mark it. Now Moore. Off to Quaynor. Maynard. Great little kick. In between arms and legs. And got it brilliantly out to Cameron.
Seems like they've started Bontempelli forward. Which I don't like, actually.
I think he had a brilliant first quarter as well, playing through the middle. I don't know why they do that.
Oh, God.
Short ball here to Dean.
And he just walked it. Yeah, he won a 15.
I thought that was 15, but anyway. Yeah, it's because Bontempelli shouldn't be up there. They need a small up there, not Bontempelli. He's just another tool. So Dean wasn't paid the 15 there, so throw in here. About 55 out from the Bulldogs goal. Tap down, Treloar. Did want to spin out of trouble. Kick over the top of his head. Did well, and Darcy's been paid the mark.
Jeez, I don't know if that was 15. Jesus.
How is that one paid 15 but the other one to Dean wasn't?
I swear it's the same distance.
Dean's standing on the mark, though. He's like, come on, bro. That was not 15 compared to mine.
51.
Oh, maybe.
I already think that to 40. 40 at most. That was 10 metres, maybe 12 at most.
Well, this is when Caleb Daniel could have hit Darcy, basically in the same spot about 5 minutes ago. Darcy kicks just inside the forward 50. Oh, that's a nice kick. He's just got it through. Salutes to his teammates to get up and about. Great finish there from Darcy. Maybe Daniel should have gone to him earlier. He kicked that bloody truthful. That was a great kick.
Well, to be honest, since that hit that he did on Maynard, he's played alright.
Yeah, he should knock out players more often. I agree with you. He's looked like the most dangerous forward so far. Treloar's been probably...
That's not 15 at all.
Okay, that's not 15 at all.
That's not 15 at all.
The 12 points the difference. Collingwood feel like they should be at least 2 more goals in front at the moment, but the Bulldogs fighting their way back. Gallagher tried to get a kick forward, smothered by Cameron, bouncing towards English. He ducks the head, ducked out of a tackle, got a handball away.
Yeah, it was. Should have been, and that was paid.
So free kick's going Collingwood's way. Side bottom will have it. Usually a pretty good user. He's really important tonight with the out of Pendlebury. In short to crisp. Collingwood just looking to slow it down a little bit at early stage of this quarter. Got the kick, low ball forward, should be intercepted and does well. The state of umpiring recently has been worse as Caro's best days. I agree with you. I don't know. Some of the holding the ball decisions I've actually agreed with. They wouldn't have been paying last week, but yeah, some of them have been a bit hot on.
The Bulldogs just got to start moving. They're not really doing much movement at the moment.
So Jones works it in short, Fraser. In fact, it's Bontempelli. Works with a long ball. Good work there from Howe to knock it away. Did well there, Williams, though. McRae, a little smart dribbling ball down the wing. Lob couldn't grab it cleanly. Looking for the high, didn't get it. Did well to gather and get the handball out to Williams. Good tackle from side bottom, and 3 other buys get on top of him. Good tackle. Good team tackling. Ball up.
Williams has heard it.
No, I think he's right. Williams got a handball out, did okay. Garcia's been impressive the last few weeks. Bontempelli kicks it long. Lob couldn't get there. Happy to see that out of bounds. Just getting some territory in the past, 10 minutes or so of that first term. And they're doing well in this second quarter. Sam Darcy's been by far their most dangerous forward.
Yeah.
Rory Lobb's really got to get into this game, even if he just causes a contest. He's done a few good things in this second term, though. Throws it in. Takes it out of the ruck there, Cameron, and we'll get it towards the wing. Not a very good kick, though. Keith will cut it off. See what they're going to do here, the Bulldogs, because bombing long hasn't worked for them so far. Lowering their eyes has been the better option, but he's going to have to go along with this one. Darcy Moore comes off his man. Ugle-Hagan couldn't bring it down. Out the back is Lob. Couldn't grab it cleanly. Quainer out to side bottom. Worried out of it by West. Good tackle. Locked him up there. Was Dean. It'll be a ball up. So about 25 out here from the Bulldog goal. How you doing, Apris? What are you up to tonight? They started to dominate the territory battle in the second turn, the Bulldogs. Cameron brings it down. Treloar snaps across his body. Great finish for Adam Treloar. He's had a brilliant start to this game. And the Bulldogs only a goal behind.
Shows what accuracy does in this game. It keeps you in it. And
well, after a dismal first 20 minutes to this game from the Bulldogs, they've fought really hard to get back into it. The Collingwobbles.
Yeah, they're just... I reckon Bevo gave them an absolute spraying at quarter time because they've responded early in this quarter.
Well, Adam Treloar's probably been...
one of their best, yeah.
Definitely top two. Him and Bontempelli probably been their best so far.
Yeah.
I would actually say Treloar's been better. He's had a really good season, Treloar. Probably underrated. He loved it too, Adam Treloar. Great finish against the former side. They've kicked the last three, the Bulldogs. Or is it the four? Could actually be four. I can't really see the chats in the way. Cameron takes out of the ruck again. He's trying to monster the other Bulldogs ruckman. Couldn't mark their Harrison. Bramble shrugged the tackle. Did well. Gallagher bouncing ball towards the forwards half of the square. Not the best play. Now Dacos gathered it from Crisp. Great kick towards Frampton. Frampton looking for a couple of options. Goes with the ball towards the pocket. Schultz couldn't mark. Now the Bulldogs can recover. Dale shrugs the tackle a little bit too easily there. And now Williams streaming off the half-back line. Long ball. Good mark there from Cameron. Yeah. Had to take that mask. Riley West did everything there to try and body him under it and get out the back. But Cameron, great grab it. He's feeling it too.
Feeling it, yeah.
They've got a little bit of, maybe a little bit winded actually. So Howe wanting to switch it. He sees Sidebottom on the outer side. They're going to have to work it through Dean, and now Sidebottom gathers. He wants to go. Low ball, not a very good kick, cut off by Bramble. And the Bulldogs want to go. Really fast-paced game in this second term. Daniel went to go give a handball, then decided I'll go longer. Noble should recover, did okay. And they want to switch it on the other side here. Not a very good kick, though. Turned it over, missed Darcy Moore. West, handballing forward towards Vandermeer, who snaps it through. The Bulldogs are level.
Wow.
Where has this come from the Bulldogs? We're all square at Marvel. And the Bulldogs are suddenly on fire. This just came from absolutely nowhere.
They've actually just responded in the midfield.
Yeah, I agree with you. This has been basically they've stopped Dacos from touching it. I think he's only had it once in this quarter.
Yeah, they've started actually putting some pressure on the midfield, and it's just what you want to see from the Dogs.
Yeah. Oh, great. Now it's fucking... Don't start. Yeah, thank you. I was going to say. So Collingwood's defence just having a little chat with each other here. I can see what Noble was trying to do. He was trying to switch the play, but it just wasn't a good kick. They did this very early on in the season, Collingwood. They tried to... They've kind of mended that sort of issue. I know they did it against the Swans and the Giants in the first couple of rounds. Their turnovers in the back 50 were dreadful. Yeah. They've kind of mended that, but that was kind of reminiscent of that sort of football earlier in the season. But after a really good start from Collingwood, missed opportunities, the Bulldogs have really responded. From the middle, Bontempelli got a handball away to Lob, who working it forward. It's a good-looking ball in the end. It will work to McRae. He's already got two. He's probably too far out to score. He's got someone working into the pocket. Couple of lead-up options, but he says, I'll take my time. He'll kick from 50. High ball. I think he's marked it, Ugle-Hagan. He's claimed the mark. That's pretty poor defence there from Collingwood. And a chance here for the Bulldogs midway through the second turn to take the lead. So they've yet to take the lead in this game. Jamara snaps it through. Bulldogs are in front. Well, this has come from nowhere. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's really poor defence from Collingwood. You don't normally you get like a Darcy Moore coming across the.
Yeah, that was poor. I thought it was going over the line because there was no representation down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely stopping fade calls and learning how to defend as well. So they've kicked, 4 goals in this quarter already. And we're not even halfway through it. Yeah, Jeremy Howe they didn't have a lot of representation. They should have been a lot better there because McRae did take a long time to get the ball forward too.
Yeah, like you get Cameron coming in late there, but...
Well, there's your stat right there. Scores from stoppage. Collingwood have kicked 6 behinds. Bulldogs have kicked 4 goals too. So same scoring shots, but just missed opportunities. McQuarrie bursting through to Crisp and now Noble. Messed up, kind of owes them one and may owe them 2. Turns it over. Bontempelli works the kick out wide. They're away again here, the Bulldogs. McRae, he's got a couple of options. Usually a good user. Wasn't so good there on the bounce to West, who works around. High ball towards the top of the goal square. Ugle-Hagan did brilliantly to bring it to ground. McNeil at the back. Garcia got it smothered. Dacos dragged down. Gone. Oh, they missed that one of all things. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Oh, that was the perfect time to pay that.
What are you talking about? All week.
Oh. Joking.
But now English out the back to you. Hagen who gets it towards goal. Dean on the last line of defence.
You're absolutely joking.
Dean works it out wide to Dacos. How have they not paid that?
The most obvious one of the whole weekend.
And they don't pay
it. They don't pay it. The one time you have to say, that's it. Oh, wow.
McQuarrie is Budget Myers. You mean, Brian Myers? Yeah, I would say so. Side bottom, just inbounds, took the mark. I can't believe that wasn't paid. I'm still angry. I can't believe it. Side bottom, goes long down the wing. Johnson's there, couldn't mark. Hits the ground, Fraser and Johnson fighting for it. Bounces out to O'Donnell and take it out of bounds. O'Donnell grabs his head.
They both do.
They both did a bit of a head clash there.
Yeah.
They'll probably both be checked here, I would say. Reckon Stevie Wonder's umpiring tonight. I think even Stevie Wonder would have seen that holding the ball. Oh, fucking hell. Cameron will tap down. Bontempelli over to Dale.
Dacos knew it was gone.
Yeah, he knew it too.
Ooh.
I think it came off from Caleb Daniels' foot, didn't it?
Oh, it came off. Maybe not. I think, Dacos even knew it was gone. As you see when he gets tackled, he's like, fuck.
What the fuck? I don't know why he's so angry, but anyway. So just in front of the interchange gates, the umpire throws it in. Cameron won it down. Gallagher thumped it towards the boundary line. He's going to be pinned here. So Dacos will get the free kick here on the forwards half of the wing. So now Dacos. Short little kick inside 50. Just had a little bit too much on it from McRae. Cameron, top of the goal square he goes for. Jones probably should have marked that. Two-handed fist. And now West coming through, did okay. Handball, a bit dangerous. They work it well though, the Dogs. Fraser works a long ball towards Darcy. Did well. He's been really good since been getting booked. Wide kick was okay. The Dogs can just settle it down a little bit here. They can just feel that the Pies are trying to work themselves back into it. Still got 9.5 minutes in this second term. Garcia probably deserved an extra goal here. Works it wide. Chris read it well and turns it back over to Garcia, who'll do it all again. It's been like over 20 minutes since Pies kicked the last goal. Yeah, it's been quite a while. They haven't kicked one in the second term. So now Sanders. With the knee-high socks on. Very nice to see. Long ball inside the forward 50. Darcy against 2. Moore did okay. Side bottom over, ran it Dean. Wrapped up by Nick Neal. Imagine if they paid that one. Imagine if they paid that one. Tap down by Frampton. Dacos coming through nicely in the back half. Gives it out to Bytel. Wide kick was good. Works it out now to Hill. And now Collingwood have the overlap on the outer side. On the bounce to Markov. He loves a little bit of a gallop. The man with the moustache works it inside the forward 50 for Johnson. Got a terrible bounce. Jones tried to take him out. Soccer only goes as far as Schultz. And now Markov. High ball towards goal. Didn't look pretty, but the job is just beautiful. Great work, Markov. Collingwood, get back to level.
Well, they needed some way to get a goal there, Collingwood, because they just didn't look like it, to be honest.
I'd rather not speak from now on. Yeah, maybe just be careful next time.
It's what they did. They just spread the field and they just kept going. They didn't stop. They just kept the ball moving.
I think Liam Jones probably should have just kept it in that area. He shouldn't have socketed it away. No. I mean, it's pretty easy saying that now from here, but Markov Golo. What's that? Oh, Marco Polo. Oh, hilarious. Okay. From the tap down, did well there, English. Straight to Gallagher, getting some CBAs tonight. Works it inside the 50. Quaynor does well. Keeps it in front of him. Vandermeer tracking him. Quaynor did brilliantly. Gained a good 20 metres with that play. Knocked out of bounds. I thought it was going to be called. Pies will win this. Hopefully a reverse result. So about 70 out here from Collingwood's goal. Bulldogs goal, sorry. Out of sight at the moment. Still 8 minutes in this quarter. Been a very high scoring game. Pushed out of the ruck a little bit too easily there, Frampton. English sends a spiral inside the forward 50. Lob couldn't mark, but they all go to ground like a pack of cards. Maynard couldn't gather. And West, I think, went to ground, took it over the line. So the Bulldogs back in front by 1 point. So right now, the Bulldogs probably have a little bit more of the momentum, but Collingwood did get the last one. Side bottom. Outside the defensive 50 for Johnson. That's a good grab. Ooh, wasn't paid though.
Ooh, well, it was free. At least a free. Jeez.
Oh. Did you hear that? English taps it forward. Treloar may have got a high one from Hill. He did. So Treloar gets the free kick. A little bit hard done by there, Bobby Hill. Not much he couldn't have really done about that. But now Treloar. He goes long again. Bontempelli gets out the back. Lob. He can run into the open goal and kick a big one. The Bulldogs lead it by 7. No, they don't. That should be 50. Not going to be paid. So, oh yeah, that's high. Got very lucky there, the Pies, though. That was a little bit too easy getting out the back. So Charlie Dean has the free kick. Long with the kick here, Dean. English. Kept it in bounds. Johnson wraps him up. Ball up. They are calling the ball up a lot quicker this week.
Yeah, that is a good thing they are doing, though.
Frampton won it down. Yeah, I agree. Lipinski held without it almost. Working at 40 Gallagher on the bounce. Oh! Oh, they paid it. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. I heard the crowd go, oh, sorry. I thought it was Bulldogs fans, but it was actually Collingwood fans. Which I shouldn't be listening to. Anyway. Frampton taps it forward. Treloar been in and under all night. Hill got it smothered. Bontempelli, great work. Garcia, he's been impressive so far. Hooks it towards the other pocket. Howe takes the mark. In fact, it's on the full.
Oh
Great looking ball. They're all on their own here, the Pies. They can work this one through the middle. Lipinski doesn't have an option, so he's just going to have to work it out wide. It's okay. Doesn't ruin it too much. Bytel. Short little ball. He's turned it over. Oh, hey, that was out in the full, wasn't it?
Wow, that's not good by Bytel. That should have been an easy hit. That's actually really bad, really.
Yeah, I don't know how he missed that. Yeah, it's Bytel. Sorry, I thought it was. So back in the ruck. English won it down. Dacos did well. Bytel. Hot handball. Lipinski almost took his arm off. Couldn't gather it cleanly. Now Daniel out the back. Treloar again. Kicks it wide. Darcy in a one-on-one. Good hands from Darcy. Seeing the immersion of him tonight. He's taken at least 3 of those contested, at least 4 of those contested marks. Inside the forward 50 he goes. Almost marked that there. West had a little bit too much on it. Howe gives it out now to Lipinski, who goes out wide. Good kick to Markov. He's got nowhere to go, though. He's got nothing to go to down this outer wing. He may just have to run it. He'll now go long with it. 2-on-2 out on this wing. Jones overran it a little. It stays in bounds. Oh, just for a moment. Bobby Hill was tracking it. Runs out of bounds. Yeah, Gwenwell, I think he's had a very good games, Darcy, right now. He's top 3 best player for the Bulldogs right now. Treloar, Bontempelli, Darcy, I'd say, for them 3.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
If I'm giving all Australian votes, best and fairest votes for the Bulldogs right now, those 3 would be their top 3, in my opinion. English, little tap forward, crisp, held without it for a moment, then got it out, Dacos, handball over the top, Harrison, to Josh Dacos, he's got a couple of handball options, but he says, boys, I'll do it myself! He's got 2. Collingwood are back in front. Couple of lead changes in this second term. Very high scoring game of footy.
I think calling the ball up quicker and with the new interpretation of the holding ball, he's actually quickened up the game.
Yeah, I think it has too. It's made the game... I don't know, maybe this game's just been very high scoring. There's already been 14 goals in it, but it seems a little bit more quicker.
Even last night, I thought it was quicker tempo, but it was also a high scoring game.
Well, it wasn't. It was only high scoring last quarter when Carlton thrashed us.
Thanks for a reminder. Well, I tipped it, so I wouldn't be brave. I tipped the Port Adelaide would lose.
Yeah. So 5-point lead to the Pies. 5.5 minutes in this second quarter. English taps it out the back. Daniel, good hands. Got it out to Treloar. Gathered it nicely. And now Dale, short little ball was okay. Didn't go 15. Christ, got the burps. Works it out wide. Good kick. And McRae. Every time he seems to deliver it inside 50, something happens. He goes long. Darcy had the hands up. Couldn't mark. Landed well. Almost got in front of him. There was Daniel. Got the ball out. Noble sits on top. Ball up. Yeah, it's very quick. Cameron won it down. Dacos, handball at the back. Maynard trying to get a handball away. Just handballs it straight to a Bulldog. That's McRae. Even further back he goes to Duray. Low ball inside the forward 50 for Jamara. Couldn't mark. Lob. Handball at the back. Ugle-Hagan can't keep it in bounds. Knocked out of bounds. Throw in forward pocket here for the Bulldogs. Really exciting first half of this game. Big crowd as you would expect for a Collingwood home game at Marvel Stadium. Throws it in. English taps it to the front. West keeps it in, but only momentarily. So right now, you think it's about what you would say the game's been, the scoreline?
Yeah, I would, yeah. If Collingwood took their opportunities in the first quarter, I think they could be up by a lot more, but Collingwood deserve to be in front.
Tap down towards McRae, couldn't gather. Treloar almost got it shucked by his teammate. Treloar's been everywhere in this first half of the Bulldogs. English, little tap. Just a lot of congestion at the moment. McRae got about 3 smacks to the face then. Tap down from English. Gallagher. Handball out. Sanders couldn't get clear. Again, it's just locked up in this congestion inside the Dogs forward 50. It's been there for the past minute or so. Finlay McRae try to get a handball clear. Sanders tackled side bottom, let it go. Play on. Streaming off that back of the play was Dale. High ball, only taken by Noble. So now Noble wants to work the kick really wide to Schultz. They can go here. Quaynell's got some space. Didn't see him though. So he just works it back to Dacos. And now they can go on the outer. They can switch it into the Pies with more. They do this pretty well. Side bottom. Didn't have a lot of options. He's worked himself into a bit of trouble. They've worked themselves into a lot of trouble. Can they get out of it? They do okay. Noble's handball was terrible. He's got a bad bounce there, Treloar. Lipinski fought back onto it. Noble overran it. He's had a terrible few moments. And now Treloar off to Lob, who thumps from outside 50 to give the Dogs back the lead. Oh, it's hit the post. Just a little bit off at the moment, Roy Lob.
Yeah.
God, they've made some bad mistakes in this first half, though, the Pies. Holy shit.
There.
4 points to the margin. So Dean here at halfback. Just may want to switch it here to Maynard. Still just under 3 minutes in this first half. He finds Quaynor, who immediately went off and ran. He looking through the middle. Dangerous ball, but it's a good kick. Frampton. Good work there from Fraser. Just never gave up on it. Tap went straight to Cameron, who had Dacos but decided to go long with the kick. Sullivan read it well. He's got a couple of options. Josh Dacos out wide. He's also got Nick. Nick Dacos says, older brother, stand aside and watch me deliver.
Bang.
The Dacos brothers in full display.
Yeah, if Josh doesn't kick him, Nick will.
Vice captain. He's had a brilliant first half, Nick Dacos. 2 goals, 16 touches, huge influence on this game.
Yeah, I'll tell you why Dale's not getting up, because they're not kicking fines.
Yeah, I don't think it's straight, the bastards. Cameron taps it forward again. Treloar, he's been their Bulldogs' best so far. High ball towards 10.5 forward. It gets out the back. Quaynor last line, as he always is. Does well. Wide kick is okay. Duray did nicely just to knock that one out of bounds. So Vandermeer looks like he's out for the game. That's already 2 injuries in this game for the Bulldogs. They already subbed out James Harms very early on, and now Vandermeer has ice on the hamstring. So that's another injury. That's 5 injuries in 2 weeks now for the Bulldogs in game.
Yeah, it's not good.
Throws it in. Cameron got the tap down, but he's knocked it straight back out of bounds. Tap down from Cameron. Try to get it away. There was Nick Dacos. Josh Dacos coming through. They're dominating the both of them. Bulldogs recover. Dale can thump a long ball inside the forward 50 for Darcy. He has been brilliant so far tonight.
The height's really concerning, the Pies at the moment. The height inside 450, they're just...
Well, Rory Lobb's had some moments, just hasn't been able to clunk them. Hugo Hagen's been relatively out of this game. Darcy is dominating. Right now, he's their second best player on the ground.
Yeah, They don't have the matchup for the 3 tools.
So Darcy, he's been influential so far. If they're going to win tonight, he's going to have to take a big role. And he's delivered so far. 4 points to the margin. He's single-handedly keeping him in the game up forward. Or maybe he's thinking, I may have a couple of weeks off, boys, so I'm going to try and take all I can right now. Right now, I'd probably go with votes. Nick Dacos, Josh Dacos, Treloar, with Darcy sitting pretty close behind him.
Yeah.
Come on, hurry up and get to half-time. I've got to go to the bathroom. Holy shit. Minute 3, come on. So back in the middle we go. Late stages of the second term. Lap forward in for the Bulldogs, but Dacos, that was a throw play on Treloar. High ball up and under. Who's going to mark it? McRae. Went hard. Good grab. Not really known for the contested marks there, Jack McRae. That was a really good take. He's calling someone to come up here. I think it's Bailey Dale.
He's taking forever to do it, so.
I think maybe he's like, look, just take the kick. I can't be bothered. So 40 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds ago, Collingwood had a 10-point lead. If McRae can kick this, the Dogs will be back in front. So McRae doesn't think he has the distance, so he has to run an arc. He won't get the goal. He's kicked it across the face. Ugle-Hagan keeps it in. Got a kick only just. McRae wrapped up, and he's got a high one against Sanders. So 18 seconds in this first half. I think Collingwood would be more than happy to just hold this one up. Sanders just a little bit overzealous there. So 10 seconds in this first half to go. Sends a long ball. English got it smothered. Bramble gives it back to Williams, who can send a high ball. One last chance for the Dogs. Ugle-Hagan got the hands up. Couldn't mark. Sanders rolls it through. Oh, he just threw for a point. And half-time, siren goes. Oh, I've got to go to the toilet. You got to get ready to move. Alright guys, we're back in about 20 minutes of the second half.
Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of the Boundary Riders podcast, episode 64 I believe. We do have a lot to talk about in this episode. We'll be taking a look at the injury updates coming over the weekend along with the suspensions, the debate between who is better, Harley Reid and Nick Dacos, and of course we'll be looking at our fan favourite segment, the Flog of the Week, which could be a contender for Flog of the Year. This one's a pretty big one and most of you would probably know them, and of course we'll cover our tips, AFL fantasy breakdown, but let's roll the intro and get straight into it.
And then Rankin from the pocket, don't tell me, oh, Isaac Rankin!
Yeah.
He's just got the license for a brothel.
Well, I think Gather Round's going to be more than just AFL. I think this is next season.
Hill gets at the handle at the back, Nick Dacos to get the pies home! He's done it!
So guys, again, my brother is absent. He just didn't want to come today. No, he just had work again, so unfortunately he won't be here for this episode. He has given me his tips and his AFL fantasy trades, which we'll cover at the end of the episode for the AFL segment anyway. But unfortunately he's not here, so I'll just have to pick up the slack once again. But I'm pretty used to that in our relationship, him being the younger brother. But anyway, let's move into it. So, first thing we'll cover today is a couple of injuries from the weekend and a couple of suspensions. So, the first one here is right back on Thursday. I'm recording this on Monday, but this will be released on Wednesday morning as it usually is. But it does seem that Mac Andrew from the Thursday night game may have a little fracture in his fibula. So that's a little bit concerning. Hopefully he's not out for too long because he's been very important for the Gold Coast Suns. So that's a little bit concerning for them. On the Isaac Rankin front, it is seen that he will miss the next 3 weeks due to a hamstring. So if he did see it late in the game, obviously went on that big run that went too far. Eventually it did come out that he did run too far. He did pull his hamstring. He's going to be out for 3 weeks. So that's massive for the Crows. 3 weeks out for him. He's been one of their better players this year, so that's really concerning for them. And on the Port Adelaide front, interesting one. This is Ollie Wines. If you didn't see it happen on Sunday, he came off at quarter time with heart palpitations and was out of the game at quarter time. He is expected to play this week for Port, so that is good news, but very concerning on that front because it was very concerning for a time. Having a player go out with any sort of heart issue is obviously very huge, so had to be the utmost caution there for Port Adelaide, but hopefully it's not a situation like Connor Rosie that he has a situation happen again to him next week, so hopefully everything's all good there for Ollie Wines, but it does seem he is all good after the game, so that is good to see. Now let's take a look at the suspensions. So there were a couple over the weekend. First one we'll take a look at is the Jimmy Webster one. Now he has not received a suspension, which I totally think is fair enough. If you didn't see it, in the middle of the ground between the Dockers and the Saints, Frederick was going back with the flight and Jimmy Webster was coming across and he went to spoil. 100% was watching the ball the whole time. Frederick was just in an awkward position and unfortunately he came off second best. In a contact sport, unfortunately some sort of injuries like that are going to happen. So Jimmy Webster did get off, which is good, and hopefully Michael Frederick, is all good. Now the next one is Eric Hipwood. He did get one game. Now I think this is a pretty tough one. If you didn't see it, he did a sling tackle on Nick Vlaston. I thought this was pretty tough. I thought that it was pretty tough on Eric Hipwood because the reason why they're trying to say that he didn't take the duty of care with Nick Vlaston is the fact that he grabbed both his arms and slung him to the ground, which I guess is fair. But the main reason why Hipwood in that situation grabbed both his arms is so Nick Vlaston couldn't get the ball away. So I wouldn't be too surprised if Brisbane actually appeal that. We'll have to wait and see on that front. I mean, you guys will know by the time this comes out. But yeah, I'm a bit surprised that got a week. Well, I'm not surprised that it got a week, but I wouldn't be surprised if he gets off for that. Next one is Zach Butters. So he had a couple of instances against Hawthorn on the weekend, and he received 2 fines, one for $10,000 and another for $3,700. So big fine for Zach Butters. I'm sure he's owning over 800k, so that's just pennies for him. But a little bit, he got a bit lucky there. He's been cautioned by the match review panel for a couple of weeks now. So I don't know how well he'd be polling in the Brownlow so far. He's polling okay in the Boundary Riders. So, by the way, Boundary Riders, if you get suspended, doesn't matter. You can get suspended for 6 weeks. You can still win the medal, guys. Obviously. Well, I mean, it's true. But, yeah, in the Brownlow, of course, if you don't know, which I'd be very surprised, if you get suspended by the MRO, then you can't be eligible for the Brownlow. So, he's got off a couple of weeks now, and a little bit concerned there for Zach Butters. Hopefully he needs to maybe pull it in just a little bit, but he didn't get a week. Harry Jones also got a week for a sling tackle on Zach Fisher. That one, I think, is a little bit different. It was more of a slinging act. It was a second act, which is something that Eric Hipwoods didn't have, really. I thought it was one straight swing. This one was a little bit different. I do think Harry Jones will probably have that week kept on him. They may challenge it, but at this stage, I think that's pretty well fair enough. And just as we're getting this live right now, because I just saw it pop up on my screen, Sydney Swan, Luke Parker. Now, if you didn't see this happened in the... Oh, you're going to... Oh, no, it doesn't. This happened in the VFL. So, obviously, Luke Parker's been out of the team for quite a while now for Sydney, even though he's came back from his injury. And he's had to bide his time in the VFL. And on the weekend, they were playing against Frankston, and he made a late bump on the Frankston player named Josh Smith, which left him with significant facial fractures and a concussion. So it does say here that he is set to be facing the VFL tribunal this week, and this incident has been graded as careless conduct, severe impact, and high contact. So the Swans having the bye in both the AFL and the VFL next week. A 4-match ban will mean the earliest Parker could return would be in round 16 against Fremantle, which is the end of June. So that means that Luke Parker's going to miss 5 weeks of footy, a 4-week ban. I honestly think he probably should have got more. Or wouldn't have been surprised if it was more. And I wouldn't be surprised either if the AFL come back and maybe appeal that to make it a bit longer. Because, look, Sydney Swans fan, you guys all know that. I don't know why I keep on saying it, but I do. But Luke Parker, it was off the ball. I thought at first glance that he hit him in the chest. Sorry, just turn off the mic. He must have hit him somewhere towards the jaw area or something, because he did have severe facial injuries, Josh Smith, for the Frankston team. So, I mean, something must have really severely happened if that's how serious the injury is. I'm very surprised it's not more than 4 weeks. It was off the ball. It was careless. I mean, he got given severe impact. That's pretty high. I think it's the highest you can get. So The fact that he's only got 4, I am very surprised it's not more than that. So a little bit lucky for Luke Parker, but I don't think it's... I know some people are trying to say, oh, it's out of frustration that he's hit someone. I just think it was a dumb decision, a brain fade. And it happens to AFL players all the time. I think it's sort of similar to Jimmy Webster. Like, we don't see it very often from players like that, like Luke Parker, like Andrew Gaff, like... I just mentioned him. Jimmy Webster. You know, they haven't been suspended very times in their career. It's not like a well-known suspended player, but just sometimes players just have a little bit of a brain fade and do something completely stupid. And there's no excuse for it, but it's just something that happens sometimes. Players just lose their thinking for one moment and then just make a dumb decision, and they deserve to be suspended. And that doesn't mean they should get off anyway. I think it's stupid when they have the good guy rule. That's so stupid. If you make a dumb act in a game, you deserve to get a suspension no matter what. You don't get off just because you've been a good guy in the past. I mean, obviously this is a dumb scenario, but I mean, if you think about it on the law-wise, if you murder someone, obviously, if you've been a good guy your whole life, it doesn't matter. You still get taken to prison if you murder someone. Depending on if you've been an asshole your whole life or a good guy, it doesn't make a difference. But anyway, it does seem that Luke Parker's going to be getting 4 matches for that suspension, for that hit. I probably think it should have been a little bit more, but this is on Monday. I think maybe the AFL will appeal that, because I think that's probably a little bit less. I thought for sure it would have been 5 or 6, but we'll wait and see on that one. And Luke Parker, I mean, at this stage, I don't think he's getting into the Swans team anytime soon, so maybe there'll be a couple of injuries that pile up for Sydney, and maybe he'll be back in round 16 at the earliest. So, yeah, a little bit concerned there for Luke Parker. I just think at the end of the day, it was a bit of a brain fade. Let's move on, though. I want to talk about the Richmond Tigers. So, Richmond, of course, have been battered around the last couple of weeks on the field. We'll talk about the injuries, but Richmond at the moment are in all sorts. A massive loss against Brisbane this week was 119 points. And the week before that, they got smashed against the Bulldogs. They conceded 133 points and lost by 91. So combined the last 2 weeks, they've lost by 210 points, the Tigers. And right now, they are a shell of them for themselves. I mean, we've got to remember that in 2020, they won the premiership. In 2021, they missed finals, and in 2022, they got into the finals, and they nearly won their first elimination final. They only lost by a goal when they made a stupid mistake in the back goal square from a couple of defenders. 2 years ago, this team was on the brink of a semi-final, and now they're basically bottom of the ladder, minus the worst team we've seen in the last 20 years in North Melbourne. Maybe not that bad, but anyway, Richmond. It's interesting because we all thought that Richmond were going to be down the bottom at the start of this year. We thought that Adams would have a tough time, and right now they're going to be sitting at the bottom. They're kind of sitting where everyone was expecting, but maybe not the way we were expecting, but somewhere around that mark in the bottom 4. But right now they are definitely the second worst team in the comp, and I said it a couple of times. I said it in the review, and I said it as well on stream in the last game, that if Richmond played North Melbourne next week, I think it would be a very interesting game. I don't think they play until round 20, so hopefully by then Richmond have a few players back and they can go and win that game. But right now, if those two played each other next week, I think it would be a very interesting contest. I couldn't pick who would win it. It's kind of a blight on North Melbourne, because if a depleted Richmond side, if you can't beat that, then you've got some problems for North. But at this stage, I wanted to take a look at the injury list. So the injury list, this is from last week, but I can add the other ones that I know anyway. So Liam Baker was a test for last week. He didn't play. Sam Banks got 1 week. Seth Campbell has 1 to 2 weeks. Judson Clark's out with an ACL for the rest of the season. Matt Kalina is out for a long term. Fawcett is out for long term. Josh Gibcus is obviously out for the season. Jack Graham out for a couple of weeks. Dylan Grimes was a test, so he'll probably be back this week. Jacob Hopper, 2 to 3 weeks. Tom Lynch, 4 to 6 weeks. Morris Rioli, 8 to 10 weeks. Jack Ross, 6 to 8 weeks. Tim Taranto, 3 to 4 weeks. And then James Treesize, I don't know what that name is 1 week. So of all of them right now, there isn't a lot of big names to come back in the next week. You got Liam Baker, yes. You've got Jack Graham, maybe. Dylan Grimes probably comes back this week as well. But at the moment, even if there are a lot of I would say, rookie players that they would like to test that are injured at the moment. Like Judson Clark, for example, is out for the whole year. Seth Campbell's had a couple of games. He's been pretty decent. Sam Banks has shown some stuff. Obviously, Josh Gibcus is a massive loss for them. Jack Ross as well. Morris Rioli, who was starting to prove some stuff towards the start of the season, but he's obviously out. So those are the ones, like those fringe players that could have been in the team. But they've obviously got some big outs who would be in their 22 mainstays, like Tim Taranto, Tom Lynch, Jacob Hopper, Dylan Grimes, obviously, and Liam Baker. So they were all out in that game against Brisbane. Now, the injuries that happened over the weekend for Richmond was Lafau, Mansell in the AFL, and then Sam Naismith in the VFL. They had 4 listed players in the VFL side going into the weekend, and Sam Naismith got injured. So they have not a lot to look for. Like, you lose by 210 points, you would be expecting mass changes, or 220 points actually. But there's not much Richmond can do at the moment. There's nothing. There's nothing that they can reach for in the VFL. So I want to look at the next couple of games. So next week they're going to be playing against this week they're playing against Essendon in Dreamtime. Oh God, Essendon could absolutely kill them. Now, Essendon don't tend to flog teams and haven't really done it this season, but that could be an almighty flogging. We'll have to wait and see on that game. Then they've got Geelong down in Geelong, so that's another flogging. Then they've got the Crows at Adelaide Oval on a Thursday night, by the way. Like, how the fuck did they get that scheduled for them? And then they play the Hawks. So 3 weeks, they could be in all sorts. The Crows can pile on a big score. Geelong down in Geelong, oh, that could be devastating. And then this week, they're playing against the Bombers, who are second on the ladder. Right now, Richmond, I don't see any light ahead. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's an embarrassment of Adamuzze, because you can sit there and say that Richmond are playing poorly and they're not showing effort, but or maybe not effort, but they're just not putting enough effort in. That's maybe what I would claim to say as. But what can he do? I mean, he's got nothing on his side. Like, look at West Coast last year, how many injuries they had, and look where they finished on the ladder. They finished rock bottom of the ladder, and people were calling for Adam Simpson's job, which, you know, is pretty fair enough because of how many weeks they were getting flogged by. But this year, look at all the players that have returned. I'm not talking about Harley Reid. I'm talking about Waterman, I was about to say Reid. Waterman, McGovern, Yo, just those three, Barras as well. Just those 4 players in particular, they are back. And West Coast, look, they're not going to make finals this year, but they're a team that you can watch. And I think that's really unfair on Adamuzze to just put it all on him and say, oh, he's not right for the job, or, oh, they're in all sorts and he doesn't have a game plan. It's like, in pre-season, do you really think that Adamuzze would have been trying to... He has 4 players to pick... Sorry, because of no Naismith. 3 players to pick from the reserves this week after getting thumped by 119 points. I'm sure that wasn't in his thought process going into the start of the season. So I understand that it's really tough on Richmond right now, and it's very easy to just point fingers at Adamuzze and say, oh, it's his fault, it's his problem. But what is he supposed to do? He's got nothing to go for. He's got nothing to help him. And I think it's just fucking... It's typical fucking AFL journalism, obviously. But let's give the guy a bit of a break. I mean, if he's got nothing to pick from... Well, I don't know what they're going to do this week against Essendon. I don't know what they're going to do. I do think that they need to give more effort on the defensive side, though. They are showing... I mean, no matter if you're Dustin Martin or Ryan Mansell, you've got to show you've got to show pressure in a game. And I think that shows with the likes of Sydney this year, Collingwood, all the good teams up the top, Essendon and that, you know, they're showing effort. Now, of course, they have a better quality list and a better quality 22 every week, but you can always put in a tackle. You don't need talent. You don't need to be a number 1 draft pick to lay a tackle. So that's something that Richmond do need to improve upon, and I'm not trying to just give Richmond a bunch of excuses and outs, but I am saying that Richmond don't deserve the amount of fucking backlash that they have received, because they are in all sorts. And if they were to lose the likes of... they are pretty lucky they haven't lost like Nankervis or Dustin Martin or Shea Bolton either, because if they did, they'd be even worse off. And even Noah Bolter, which, by the way, I think he probably should be playing in the back line, but I do understand that he's forward because they do kind of need an option up there. And I mean, the likes of Jacob Kaczynski, I don't know why they brought him in at all, because he's playing in the VFL right now and he can't get into this team. That's pretty poor. Who knows if he's going to be on the list at the end of the year. That's probably a too big a call. But that's just where they're at the moment, Richmond. And I think they need to bring the tackle pressure back. They need to do that. They need to find their DNA that they have had. But you can't put it all on Adam Muse because there's not much he can do at the moment. If his hands are tied behind his back, there's nothing he can do at the moment. There's nothing he can grab from. You can make all the big plans in the world, all the different tactics and strategies and that. End of the day, if you don't have much personnel there, it's hard to get these sort of things in motion. So that's just my thoughts on Richmond right now. I think they'll bounce back eventually, but right now I think there's not much light ahead for them, which is really concerning. And like I said, this team was nearly in a semi-final 2 years ago, and now they are nearly rock bottom of the ladder. Let's move on. So obviously with the massive game from Harley Reid on the weekend, obviously the comparisons are back between him and Nick Dacos. Who's better? Who's going to be the better player? Who's going to fuck your mother? I don't know. But I don't mind the comparisons because obviously I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, stop making comparisons because it sucked. I'm going to start crying a river because people are making opinions. Like, who gives a fuck? But at the end of the day, I don't think you can compare these two because they're both very different players. Harley Reid's much more of an impact player, while Nick Dacos is a lot more of an involvement player. Because maybe in a couple of years, Harley Reid will bring that more involvement into his game. I think that's fair enough. He's only 9 games in, and his fitness probably isn't at the standard to fully be in that midfield for West Coast just yet. We have seen that he plays, in spurts in the midfield, and my God, does he have impact when he's in there. That was probably... I've seen a couple of games from him. I saw him in Gather Round. That was the first game that I saw him play, and he was fucking good against Sydney. That was probably the first game he's actually played really, really good football. And then since then, he's really had a good start to his. That's really where he spurred his career on so far, and he has a very short career. Now Nick Dacos, I've seen quite a few times. You see Collingwood pretty much every single week, so you kind of know how he's going. Now, again, they're very different players, so I don't like to say one's better than the other. I mean, I've written down here that it's like...
Alrighty, guys, we're back with the second half. Big first half from both teams. Really high-scoring game of footy. Right now, who do you think has been the better team so far? My brother, Jack. Who do you think?
To be honest, if Collingwood just took their opportunities, it would be Collingwood, but...
They've wasted a lot.
They've wasted a lot of their opportunities.
They did better in the second term.
Yeah.
So here we go, second half about to get underway. A 4-point lead to Collingwood, but it's all up for grabs. Bulldogs been in form, had a terrible start to this game, but really worked hard to get back into it in the second quarter. From the tap down, Bontempelli was silent in that second quarter. Dacos overran it, side bottom wrapped up by McNeil, ball spills out. Cameron soccers it forward, Lipinski wrapped up, ball up. Something they do need to do is get Bontempelli in this game. He was influential in that first half, in that second term, he was hardly cited.
Yeah, I think they put him more forward, and that's what disrupted their... Ooh. Yeah, I think he needs to play midfield if they got any chance of winning this game, the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think if Collingwood continue to play the way that this game goes, I think they're going to win this game. So centre half forward, the stoppage is called. Tap down from English. Josh Dacos tried to get it forward. Smothered by Duray. Got a high one. So Duray works it out to Jones.
Oh, jeez.
They did it again.
I don't think that...
So that's the rule they've been really hard on tonight, is the man on the mark. They can't move as soon as they even attempt to go forward.
Yeah. So
he works it out wide. Dean in front takes a good mark. So Dean at half-back takes the mark. That's the 50-minute penalty tonight. 4 of them the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
So now Dean works it wide. Did well Frampton to bring it to ground. Dale trying to spin out of trouble. Did really well there, Dale. Gives it off to Darcy, who thumps a high ball. Collingwood have the numbers here. Moore, Hale. Both of them go to ground. Lob couldn't get away. West looking for a high one. Didn't get it. Side bottom. Tackles well. They got it out. Ugelhagen high ball. He's hooked it too much. So first score of the second half goes Collingwood, Hawthorn. Fucking hell. Bulldogs way.
Well, I could have told you that.
No
He
shit.
was in the room sitting there.
Long ball's been sent outside the defensive 50, be coming back. So Jones now. Betraying his options. Just sends it high again. Darcy's the hope. Brought it to ground. Cripps couldn't gather. Did well there. Treloar. Bontempelli to Gallagher. And Dacos can recover. Works it out wide towards his brother. In the back pocket. Nick Dacos looking for another option. He couldn't get it. Long ball, one-on-one. Fraser did well.
I think Josh should have went back to Nick then.
Yeah.
I think that just take the safe option of that. And then Nick Dacos can look inside.
Look, if I'm the older brother, I wouldn't have kicked it to you.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, good point. Yeah.
You stole the goal from me.
Take the glory.
Yeah, take all the glory. Cameron decides I'm not taking it out of the ruck. I'm just going to kick it forward.
That's insufficient intent, right?
It's still in, I think. It is. Williams kept it in. Fraser over the top to Bontempelli. Needs to get into this game. High ball towards half forward. Good mark. Nearly took from Maynard, and he's just happy to see it out over the boundary line.
Yeah.
So half forward if the Dogs. Early stages, third quarter. High scoring first half. Think it's going to seize up a little bit more in this second. Cameron taps it down. Bontempelli trying to tap it forward. McRae, smart little handball. Williams wasn't reading it properly. Dove on that. And he's going to be pinned for it. So free kick's going to go Collingwood's way. So McQuarrie gets the free kick.
The 8th. Hold the ball tonight. No.
So now McQuarrie. Sends a long ball now. Jones got up, brought it to ground. English. Sat on it a little. Ball sitting under Johnson at the moment. And ball up. So just testing each other out early stages. Cameron taps it down. Chris wrapped up by 2. Very quick on the whistle. I actually like that. Not just waiting fucking an hour to buddy call for the ball up and then a player gets slung to ground, gets his head knocked in. Cameron won it down. Dacos gathers it. High ball inside the forward 50. Schultz is there. Free kick's been ripped out. Should go Keith's way. Yeah. Fistful of jumper, so free kick was going to go Keith's way. Cameraman's lost the vision, but anyway, finds it to English. Please remove this camera angle. Gallagher, handball over the top. Bontempelli, step past 2. Did well. Now Garcia over the top. They're going to mess this one up more. Did okay. Almost got a high one. Side bottom wrapped up by Treloar. They did okay to recover that there, Bulldogs.
They were lucky there, Bulldogs. Like, they really should put that inside forward 50.
Taken out of the ruck there, Cameron, then threw it away. McRae tried to get it towards Bontempelli. They do it well. Garcia probably should have grabbed that one cleanly. Maynard wraps an arm up and slings him to ground. Gone. I like that call. So now Maynard. Low ball into the middle of the ground. Cameron sends a long handball towards Harrison, who turned away from his opponents. Sends a long ball out to back of Schultz. Great work there, Collingwood. Okay, Schultz, I know you did that deliberately. I would have done that if I was a small forward. Don't act like you're going to give that away. So Lockie Schultz to hit the first goal of the second half. He's hit 1 goal 2 tonight. Had a really good start to this game. It was a bit quieter in the second. Been the recruit that he expected so much. Hasn't really delivered so far. But he's had a good game tonight. So 8 points the margin. So back in the middle we go. Bulldogs get this one forward. Hagen wrapped up with Morabie, ball up. So at the moment, the Bulldogs just outside their forward 50. Trying to get it forward here, Treloar. Couldn't get it through Dacos, and now Noble. He's had a weird night tonight. That's an awkward kick. They got an obliging bounce there towards Bytel, and he's happy to just step that one over the boundary line. So on the other side, neither ruckman could get near it. Lipinski tried to get a kick away, smothered. They got a handball clear. They're trying to work it forward here, the Bulldogs, but Garcia's wrapped up. Oh, that's not on the footy.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Richo. So now Quaynor, dangerous ball in the middle of the ground. Johnson went up way too early. Free kick's going to go Bulldogs' way. Bit off the pace at the moment, Ash Johnson. Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I still think that's a little harsh. Like, it's not really much of a...
It's not like he's trying to push away. I don't know. I mean, is that really what the holding the ball was there to bring in?
But even that's, I think, yeah.
That's not why they wanted to. That's not what we wanted to change, really. But anyway, I don't know. At least they're calling all the good ones. You got to give them that. Great kick inside to English. Got a hard hit there, McRae. So now English sends it long again into the pocket. Howe couldn't mark it. It's the ground. Garcia just out of his grasp. McRae's still feeling it. This is Finlay McRae. Yeah, I think it was a good kick there from Dale. A lot of players don't tend to do that. A lot of times players will miss the mismatch. That was a really good kick. Got a really nice knee right into the kidney, you would say.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, right into the kidney. So inside the forward 50 here, Cameron taps it forward. Dacos, little handball, found Lipinski. Quaynor, too hot for him. Daniel, trying to get it over the top. Cameron, Daniel did well to tap it forward, and now Gallagher on the left foot, snapping ball towards the top of the goal square. Moore was held. He didn't get the free. Handball away, Quaynor. Can work it out wide. Good kick in the end. And now Bytel. How do you think he's feeling right now, playing for the black and white when he was playing for St Kilda last year? Sure, he's loving it. Long kick, good mark there from Johnson. Gets a good cheer from the crowd. He works it forward. It's a good-looking ball for Frampton, who wants to wheel and go. He's got options everywhere for Noble. He's outside the forward 50 as he stands. He plays on, says Bontempelli, I'm going to kick it straight to you, Bobby. Great work there from the Pies. They're starting to flex their muscles in this third quarter. Kind of eerie signs of early in the first quarter at the moment.
Yeah, they just... It's been a very slow start of the second half, but...
Just starting to feel like Collingwood is starting to just try to push away.
Yeah, they're starting to flex their muscles a bit.
So Healy's yet to hit the scoreboard so far on the goal front. Straight in front, 15 metres out. He won't miss. 14-point leaders are Collingwood. Just needed some better representation in defensive 20 there, the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Lob tap out the back to Sanders, who tried to break away, did pretty well to Dale, streaming off that half-back line as he always does. He thumps it long, not a very good kick though. Maynard couldn't mark, Howe overran it. Side bottom, recovers nicely, turns it over though. Williams, McRae, broke away a little bit too easily. Handball was a hospital handball. Put Williams under pressure, didn't have the ball though. It rolls out of bounds. Should have thought maybe Williams should have got a free kick there.
Don't know
Yeah.
if Williams really had the ball in the whole contest, but yeah. You try to make sure the umpire saw it, but
Probably deserved the free.
mm.
Tap down from Cameron. McRae did well. To Sullivan. Loaded a little dart. Goes out on the full. See, that's weird because Frampton does basically the exact same thing, but the umpire is not so hot on it that time. I don't know. That was, charging in, looking for the inside trying to stand on the mark. That's what basically it was. So good mark there from Darcy Cameron. Still 11.5 minutes in this third quarter. Pies led it by 14 points. Only got the 2 goals in this second half. At the moment, the Pies' way. So high ball. Jones trying to get in front. Went to ground. Hits the ground for Garcia. Did okay. Sanders may have got a high one there. Ball up. Tap down from Cameron. Looking for the outside ball towards Dacos. It's a free kick, but I mean, the other one was that's basically the exact same thing that Bailey Williams got done. Who didn't get the free.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. Maybe a bit more in it.
It was more than he got hit. His head.
Yeah, it rammed into the turf anyway. Dacos sends it long. Brought to ground. McCreary couldn't grab it cleanly. Crisp did. Dacos worked around pretty nicely. Dangerous ball inside the forward 50. Bytel went up. 1-2. Tried to grab it. Schultz did okay. McRae out the back to Noble, who can line up. Oh, step pass with brilliance. Good smother there from Lobb. McNeil turned it over back to Maynard, who just jammed it on the boot forward into the pocket. Who can get their first Hill? Looking dangerous. Frazier did well. Hill trying to worry him out of it. McRae ran it over a little. McQuarrie wrapped up by Duray. Trying to get it out of there, and the umpire calls for it. I like that too, that he called it quickly.
And that's what you want from Lobb to do. Just the defensive attributes of it.
Sullivan out the back to McRae, got pushed as he kicked it. Up and under, hasn't gone the 15. Lobb tried to grab it out of midair, couldn't. Now wrapped up Schultz, ball up. So locked in the Collingwood forward 50.
The Bailey Dale's on Dacos.
Trying to push him out of it, good decision. Tapped out the back there from Frampton. Coming through hard, there was Bontempelli. Frampton, boot the ball into the pocket again. Bobby, you'll get there, no. Markov just chucks him up and says, get up. So now the Dogs want to go on the commentary side here. Frazier to Williams. On the open side here, it's a good-looking ball. One-on-one here is Ugle Hay. It was McNeil, in fact. Maynard did well. McQuarrie trying to just keep the space. McNeil fought back onto it, looking for the high one. 3 tackles from Collingwood players, and Maynard puts a little bit of bodywork into him. Ball up. English tap down. Williams couldn't get there. Crisp run the 360 and then slotted it forward. Just out of the grasp of Dacos. About 65-70 out here from Collingwood's goal. I hate these visuals of fucking Channel 7. Like, for fuck's sake, I've got better visions on... I could make better visuals than this. Holy shit. The little fucking spiral thing with the little spotlight. Like, for Christ's sakes. They would have done these in the 2000s. Holy shit. They must have bloody gutted the bloody FX department. For Christ's sakes, just don't have it. Sanders... probably don't like them slinging them to ground, bringing them to ground like that. So 9.5 minutes in this third quarter. 14 points. Cameron ones it down. Sanders got it out of there. Dacos dropped the ball. Good tackle from Bontempelli. He's got him a couple of times tonight. Had some moments in this third quarter, Bontempelli. They've definitely chucked him more through that midfield.
Yeah, they just need... I don't know, try to open up the ground a bit, the Dogs. They're just
Too much
running
down the
straight
line.
lines.
So now Josh Dacos wanting to switch it. It's a dangerous looking kick. Schultz did well, but it's out the back for Daniel. Ran one way, handball over the top to get some space for McNeil. Over the top to Duray. Couple of options. Not a very good kick though. Missed McRae by a metre and a bit. Dean handballed it to himself just to lay a tackle. Ball up. Great work from Dean. I think he won an AFL Fantasy 4-pointer there.
Yeah.
I don't know what the handball was, but Dean's just smiling about it. Knew he made a bit of a mistake, but worked back onto it. Half forward here for the Dogs.
Cameron taps it down. Sanders, handball forward. Did well to Garcia. Feigned one way, kicked it the other. Into the pocket. Did pretty well there, Garcia. It'll be another stoppage. So it just seems a bit... They're going a bit too comfortable at the moment, the Pies. They just have it a little bit too comfortable in this game. I feel like the Bulldogs haven't... Oh. Prohibited contact, and it's going to go the Dogs' way. So it's been given away by Josh Dacos. It's going to go to Marcus Bontempelli. I don't think Bontempelli knows it's his free kick. I think he thought he gave it away. So the free kick's actually going to go to McNeil. So Dacos has given away the free kick. Bontempelli came in to remonstrate, and the free kick in front of goal, Lockie McNeil, to give the Bulldogs their first goal of the second half. He kicks it through. A little bit of chatter goes along with it, and a nice goal. So Collingwood, just when they had a little bit too comfortable, the Dogs respond. I'd like to actually see what the free kick was for, because they haven't actually shown that. They've just shown the bits after it. How you doing, Transport AU, Dogs fan? They're doing well so far. How you doing tonight? This tastes nothing like the glass, by the way. You ever have it? Oh, yep, that's a free.
Yep, not a suspension though.
I don't know why Josh Dacos was like, what did I do? I mean, you punched him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad. So it's an 8-point margin. Tap down out the back from English. Just missed Gallagher. He goes back in for it. 2 tacklers. They've been doing that all night, Collingwood. Always been 2 or 3 tacklers on every single play. English taps it forward for Gallagher. He trying to break away. Lipinski wrapped him up well. 8 minutes still to go in this third quarter. Cameron won it down. Dacos tried to tap it to himself. Gallagher all over him. Got a handball away, McQuarrie. Little handball. Gallagher trying to throw it off, get it off the ground. Sanders out the back to Dale. They do it well here, the Dogs. Treloar gets it forward. Did well. Fraser trying to feign a give. Did really well there, Fraser. Gets it on the left foot. May not be his preferred one, but he did pretty well to get it forward. And a free kick's going to go to Dean. My dad's cousin is Lathan Vandermeer's mum, 23 on Dogs. Oh, yeah. Oh, he went off injured. Is he alright? How you doing, Hookster Graham? How you doing, man? So now Dean thumps it inside to the middle of the ground. English paid the mark.
God, I don't think he did. Maybe in the under 8s, that's a mark. Jeez.
You weren't impressed by it? I thought it was a pretty decent mark.
Oh, it was a good attempt. It was,
It was a good attempt. In the under 8s, they give it 3 attempts. Oh, dangerous kick. It got to him in the end there, Keith. Just working around the wing area at the moment. To Dale. Yeah, he's fine, but I'm in Bendigo and he's probs from Shepparton. Probs in Shepparton. Oh, okay. Dale has no options, so he just has to work a 10-metre ball into Fraser. That was not 15, but anyway. So just slowing it down a little bit at the moment, the Dogs. In fact, it's O'Donnell. He kicks it long. Inside the forward 50. Moore. Should have marked it. Dropped it. Now they can work it here, the Dogs. Sanders off to Ugle-Hagan. He sends it long. Has he got it there? Oh, you bet he has. You little ripper. Jamari Ugle-Hagan back to 2 points.
Haven't seen him all night, but he made it his moment. And that's all he needs to do at the moment.
Hasn't had the best night, Jamara, but he took his moment right then. That scream, you should commentate AFL. Just a scream, yeah. Good, thanks. Keep up the work. Here you will kick goals. I appreciate that, man. Little Mac. Oh, that was you at the start of the stream. Little Macavady. Oh, cheers, man. Had a quiet night, Jamara, but took his moment right there. Good finish. I love Mara. Well, you would. You're a Dogs fan. You have to, don't you? Legally, you have to love the cult hero. Would he be the cult hero? Maybe. Well, I think Caleb Poulter's a pretty big cult hero at the Dogs now. He's wrapped up. He's going to pin him here.
Why did that take so long? They were just scrapping on the ground. Gallagher's gone a lot through that midfield tonight. So still in the middle of Marvel Stadium, 2 points to the margin. English taps it down. Free kick's going to go Gallagher's way. No, okay, it is. No, I think it is. It shouldn't have been a free kick in your opinion.
It shouldn't have been. No, it shouldn't have been. That's.
So now Williams sends it long into the pocket here. Moore's in the good spot. Howe just comes over the top, destroys it over the line. Oh, your friends are at the game? One goes for Dogs, one goes for the Pies. Oh, okay. Why didn't you go? Every single time the Pies try to pull away, the Dogs have been able to fight their way back all night. English taps it frontwards towards West. Maynard knocks him off it. Now Dacos. Now he stepped past West with relative ease. Works it out wide. Good kick to Crisp. He's got Noble running. He didn't want to give it off just yet. Been a bit quiet since that first quarter. He really blitzed onto the scene, Jack Crisp, but been a bit quiet since then. He goes long with the kick. Jones. Good work from Johnson just to bring it to ground there, Schultz. Didn't really expect him to mark it, so he did pretty well. Just missed the handball on Noble, but he fought back really hard. Great work from Noble. And he spikes it forward side bottom. Really good work. Spun out of trouble there, McRae. He's turned it over, though. Dogs' way they go. Trelaw gives it off to English. And now Daniel, the tallest to the smallest. Out wide they work it towards Sanders. Couple of options. Good looking ball for Jamari Ugle-Hagan. He's really working into it. He winds up. Sends it long. Umpire walks off to the left-hand side. Fucking Jamari. Come on, you couldn't have kicked that. That would have been a good goal. Good little clip there for me to put up. Oh, you had some stuff on and got gastro? No, we'll just give it to a couple of Collingwood fans. They've dealt with enough, haven't they?
They're dominating at the moment, the Bulldogs. They're moving the ball and they're spreading the field when they just need to keep moving it.
Yeah.
They're getting the dominance in the midfield as well.
So just ticked under 5 minutes in this third quarter to go. Setting this up for a really big final term. English taps it to the front. Garcia was held without it, but now Dacos coming through nicely. Works the ball out wide towards Johnson. Good grab. He's done a couple of good things in this third quarter. He works it over the top, just towards Crisp, who just takes it inbounds.
They've got the mismatch up forward if it goes quick.
He goes quickly into the pocket for Bobby Hill. Great work from Jure. Just got a fingertip on it. Knock it out of bounds. Forward pocket here for the Pies. I would do that. Everybody would. We all hate on the Pies. So Bontempelli lined up against Dacos at this stoppage. English got a little tap on it. Bobby Hill coming through dangerously. Couldn't gather. Jones wrapped up. Top of the goal square for the Pies. English tapped it forward. Ricochets off to Lipinski against the former side. Snaps it home. Pies respond quickly. Back to 7 points. So great work there from Paddy Lipinski. Just when the Dogs seem like they're about to break back into this game, the Pies just able to respond. So 7 points to the margin. Right now, who do you think should be in front of this game?
I still think Collingwood. They're playing the big moments well, and they just had to take a bit of heat then from the momentum of the Dogs, and
Just a little bit too easy there.
Yeah. Like,
you love goal umpiring. That's an interesting one, more than the actual game. Okay. I want to be a VFL or AFL goal umpire. We'll go for it, man. I'm sure there's pathways to get into that. Well, of course there is. Shut up, Dylan. So back in the ruck we go. Spiked it forward. There was English, but Dacos will gather nicely. He dodged one way, then got the handball forward. Sanders couldn't gather. It gets away. McRae, little socket to himself. He says, I'm going along with this one. Inside the forward 50. Jones coming in hard. Good. Should have marked it in the end. He's fighting back onto it, and I think he sent that one into the second. No, he nearly sent it. I thought he sent it into the second tier, but he's just sent it out of bounds on the full. So Jack Crisp has the free kick on the outer side. He's directing traffic here, Jack Crisp. He wants to go long with it. He'll go with sort of a lower ball inside the pocket for Johnson. Couldn't mark Frazier, wrapped up and taken over the boundary line. Frampton taps it down. Bontempelli to English, who just hits a high ball outside the defensive 50. Two players go to ground, and Jamara just glides across and in front. He's got McRae in the middle of the ground. He's going to work it out wide. It's a good-looking ball. Darcy, the first one he's dropped all night, but he works back onto it nicely, over the top to Williams. They've got some open spaces forward. He went full lob. He decided not to go there. He's got a handball option. Just telegraphed that a little bit too much, and they've turned it. They've gone out of bounds here with that one. Just had to work that one forward, I think.
They've looked better, the Bulldogs, when they've moved the ball quickly and got it inside forward 50 for Darcy. And
the problem was they didn't have Darcy then. They had Long. So they were like, I don't want to do that, boys. Yeah, I think the new holding the ball update's been good. They've just made a couple of errors tonight. I think it's been a lot better, though. From the tack down, Bontempelli did well out to Sanders, who just sends a high ball inside the forward 50. Darcy's there, and he took it! Dak's taken down, but he doesn't mind it. Great mark from Darcy. He's been their most dangerous tool by far tonight.
Putting Bontempelli back in the midfield has changed the momentum of this game.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why they took him out in that second term.
Yeah, he just muscled Dean under the ball there.
So now Darcy. Coming of age game for him this afternoon. Yeah. Oh, as I say that. Sorry. Kicked well tonight too. That was a little bit surprising. I thought he was going to kick that one straight through. So a goal of difference. So free kick's going to go the Bulldogs' way here to McNeil. Got a couple of lead-up options. McNeil's just going to set it up now. Coming across. Little snap on goal from Gallagher, gone through for a behind. 5 points the margin. So 5 points the margin. 2 minutes in this third term. Maynard will take the kick in. He winds up. A little bit of a helicopter ball, but it'll work to Crisp. So Jack Crisp at half back. Not a very good kick on the bounce to side bottom. He's like, my knees don't need to bend down this much all the time. Short little ball was a good work there to Bobby Hill. Seems like Collingwood are pretty comfortable. You just settle it down a little bit late stages of this quarter. So back to Maynard. Minute 20 on the clock. I think McRae's told him to go along with it. That's where he delivers it. Keith did okay. Sullivan, nice little death handball. Harrison, Lipinski, great work from the Dogs to recover. Kick wasn't the greatest on the bounce. Noble broke away from one. He's trying to feign the give. Gave it off to Sullivan from 50. Kicks it into the goal square. All on his own to Schultz. Oh, Luke Beveridge isn't impressed, and you wouldn't be.
Oh,
that is heartbreaking for the Dogs. That's the second time tonight we've seen a mark on the goal on the line. Yeah. In front of the points.
He's a bit close, isn't he?
Well, he's a bit close here, Lockie Schultz. You want to be careful. So now Schultz snaps, kicks, and goals. Pies lead by 11.
Just not what the Bulldogs needed. They did a lot of effort, a lot of work in this third quarter, and now they're down by 11.
Well, Collingwood had a 25-point lead against Fremantle late stages last week and got that court back. The Dogs would count their chances here, but they didn't need that going into three-quarter time. Dogs are also 2 down on the bench. And Collingwood have not used their sub, I believe. Not yet.
Not yet. Well, who was on Schultz there? Because
I don't think they even knew.
No.
I think it's Bailey Williams, I would say. Yeah, I think it's Bailey Williams. I wouldn't be either. 29 seconds left until three-quarter time. think the only way to just relieve the pressure here on Luke Beveridge is to get a quick goal. They're not going to get it. They may even concede another one. Over the top is Crisp. Dacos, handball to ground, hit Harrison from 50. Inside the forward 50 for Hill. On the bounce, he gathered it nicely. He snaps on goal. This would hurt. Snaps it too much. Oh, that would have really sent the Collingwood fans into raptures. $12 points to the margin. Couldn't mark on the wing there, Gallagher. They work it well there, Darcy, but at 3/4 time, the Pies do well to get a late goal. They lead it by 2 straight kicks at 3/4 time. Scores are 12-9, 81 to the Pies. They lead against the Bulldogs, 10-9, 69. So let's have a look at that statistics at 3/4 time. So what do we got? We got Jack Crisp at 99. Marcus Bontempelli at 94. Darcy Cameron at 90. Dale at 89. Nick Dacos at 86. And Tim English at 84. What do you got on the disposal front?
So you got Bailey Dale leading the disposal getters with 27, most of them because the behinds are the Pies. Nick
Well, he's
Dacos
kicked 9 behind, so that's...
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he's got 20... He's got, 18 of his own.
Yeah,
so he's doing it right.
Yeah, so Nick Dacos with 25, with Alan Trelaw and Marcus Bontempelli with 24, and then you got Jack Crisp with 22, and John Noble with 18.
Right now, who would you be giving the 3-2-1 votes?
Yeah.
I'd probably give Nick Dacos 3 votes at this stage still.
Yeah, I think he's done more. He's got, 13 clearances in this game.
He's dominated from the middle.
Yeah. You look at,
I'd still give Trelaw the 2
Yeah,
votes.
I still think Trelaw's played pretty well, and...
That one's tough. I think you go either Crisp, Josh Dacos, even though he didn't do much in that quarter.
Nah, I don't think Josh Dacos. Nah. Who's kicked the goals tonight?
Maybe Jack Crisp.
Lockie Shields, I thought he's played a pretty good game. 13 disposals, 3 goal 2.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if you give him 1 though. I think Jack Crisp's had a better game.
yeah.
Won't have Bailey Smith next season, mate. What? Sorry, guys. This is all my fault. Since I said the Pies hasn't kicked a goal in 20 minutes, they've been leading. So who do you think wins from here? I think Collingwood.
Yeah, 12 points up, and the fact is...
I don't think they're going to let that happen
Not after
again.
last week.
Yeah,
no.
not after last week. No way. Shit. Sorry. That doesn't do anything, does it? Okay. I thought maybe like with Apple AirPods, if you touch the back of them or something, it turns them off.
You turn... there is a way to turn it off, but... I think you did it.
Dogs need to win this one badly. Let's have a look at the ladder. So, quick look at the ladder, anyway. Fucking stupid cunt. Alright, where's the ladder? There it is. So right now the live ladder says if Collingwood win this one, they move to 5th on the ladder. If the Bulldogs do win this one though, they'll be 9th. Not 9th, idiot. 8th, 10th. Yeah, 10th.
Yeah.
They do actually kind of need to win this one. They're 2 wins out of the 8. think Collingwood would probably use their sub at 3/4 time. So it is Allen. Yeah, sorry, Parker. Allen was in last week. So Parker. So it's hard to say who they're... I think it's Ash Johnson, you'd have to say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think it is. Or you go Bytel.
Yeah.
He hasn't done much in this game either.
Yeah, and they may want Ash Johnson to be out there just for a target to go to. We're Hawthorn. So Hawthorn they are 14th, I believe. But they've got a good run for the next 5 games, I believe. I think that's right. So if they're able to beat the Crows this week, they may be able to get on a bit of a run. But their percentage is so low, 82.8. That loss against Sydney was massive. So, yeah. And if they got that win against Port Adelaide, which they should have, you give them that win against Port Adelaide. Oh, what do you mean they should have? You fucking
If you lose a game
robbed
with 40 seconds left up by 2 goals, you don't deserve to win any game.
Listen to it. Absolutely fluked the win that day. You don't think the Doggies can make finals? They're going to have to get on a bit of a run.
If they lose tonight, I don't think they can.
Yeah. They'd have 2 wins out of the 8. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, 2 wins out of the 8. It would be tough. But, I mean, we saw what? Sydney and Carlton last year were like down here. And they were able to make finals. The problem is that someone would have to drop out. Who's going to drop out? That's the thing.
Yeah, you're looking at that. You think maybe Essendon.
I mean, Essendon probably would be because their percentage is so low. That's the only one really. But they're playing so good right now. I don't think they will. We can't talk about the game that shan't be named. Sorry. Anyway, last quarter is underway, and Collingwood, as they've done most of the night, will get the clearance through Crisp. Inside the forward 50, Johnson almost marked that. Locked up there as O'Donnell, be a ball up. So early stages again, Collingwood have it in their territory. Bulldogs just need to hold up a little bit more here. English knocked it down. Dacos coming through dangerously. Handballed out towards Josh Dacos. Definitely a throw. I thought it was a throw. Bontempelli will take the free. So now Bontempelli. Good looking ball in for Garcia. He's got West. In fact, it's Williams. That's where he's going to go now. So now centre wing here. It's been a problem for a lot of the night. Just these long balls here. Usually they do a lot better when they work the short ball around. Dale.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. We'll love to see it. 6-pointer. Wide looking ball is a good option. They've done this nicely, the Bulldogs. Just work it up slowly with short kicks. So they don't have to blast away.
Oh.
And now West goes into the pocket. And he blasted away. I can let the Dons make the 8. They'll crumble anyway. Maybe they just need the double chance. So Darcy Moore. Long ball down the wing. Up goes English.
Ooh.
Grab the head there, Cameron. He's not too happy about it. He may have to come off. Treloar, handball at the back for West. He can gather. He went with a handball. Tried to shake off McQuarrie. Did really well. Got the ball forward. Maynard in the hole. So now Maynard. Again down this wing towards Schultz. Good mark from O'Donnell. And Schultz, for some reason, puts his hands in his back. Next Dogs game, yeah, Friday night against the Lions. That's an interesting one. And then Freo. So 2 very big games. At the back here, the Dogs have to just recover with Fraser. Have their time. Dale. Over the top to Bramble. So right now the Dogs is trying to get the defence of Collingwood shifting a little. So McRae going to half forward. Dangerous looking kick. It's a really nice one though. Bontempelli stands up to it. He wants to go. Daniel. Short little ball inside 50 for Darcy. He gets out the back. West gives it off. Gallagher got his ball smothered. Garcia trying to get away. He's not going to. Oh, got a handball away. I don't know about that. Fighting back onto it is Dacos. He sits on it a little. Daniel fighting hard. Got a hand on top of it. Dug it out of there somehow. Trelaw looking for a handball. Decides to just get it inside. Not a very good kick, though. I think he tried to get it outside, but just missed the right part of his boot. And Dean will take the intercept. So wide kick now. Collingwood can just settle a little. First goal of this last quarter is massive. Dacos. Goes long for Hill, who gets up a bit too early there.
Yeah, way unrealistic. Even if you put a hand onto that, I don't think you can. I think he's claiming that, but I don't think he can, really.
Yeah. Dale, dangerous kick into the middle, but if he takes it, English, he can go. He went to go give a handball.
But no one was there.
A little bit nonchalant. We're sitting in the middle of Marvel Stadium, just having a look around. He kicked it into his teammate, Williams. Now West. Had a few touches early in this last quarter. He sends it long. Ugelhagen ready to launch. He goes up. He gets out the back. Lob probably should have marked it. He had two hands on it, Dean. Now Josh Dacos, a little bit too easy there. Out the back to Maynard. And he sends an absolute tumble punt down the wing. Couldn't get a right bounce on that one there. Bramble locked up Fraser, ball up.
I'll tell you this now. If Dacos does not get a bit of attention in this last quarter, Collingwood will win this game.
Gonna go watch the rest of the game. All good, man. Thanks for joining the stream, Transport. He gets out now for Bontempelli. High ball to the top of the goal square. Lob is there against Moore. He's held there, Lob, and he's going to get the free kick. Big opportunity here for the Dogs. Darcy Moore not impressed. Have to look at the replay here. Arms are around. Arms been held. That's going to be paid most times.
Don't really know why I guess I know why he's complaining. But...
So Rory Lobb comes in, kicks it through, and the Dogs get the first goal of the last quarter. Game on.
It's definitely a free kick.
I think maybe Darcy Moore, actually thinking about it now, is probably just angry at himself.
Yeah.
Because he didn't really have to do it. I mean, it's Rory Lobb. No offense. He's done a couple of good things. If you're over the age of 18, if you get the cans of Stonewood, it's like drinking creaming soda.
Yeah. Definitely a free kick.
Yeah. Okay. So 6 points to the margin. Pies still have the lead. May get a little bit nervous as this game gets into the final quarter if the Dogs stay close. Tap down from English. Towards Harrison. Dale did well. Bontempelli, good smother from Dacos. He did well, but Bontempelli stole it back off him. Trelaw in that Dale. They can go. Wide looking ball for West. It's a good looking ball. West takes the grab.
Lovely.
Great little direction there. And Darcy with the lead up. And a chance here for Darcy to draw the Dogs level once again. That's great connection between the kicker and the lead up forward. Harrison just got a little bit Dacos conscious there. He knew that's not a very good handball. Had to just hold it up. Had to give it off to Crisp there. But now Darcy sets up for the snap. A long way out. Yeah, he's hit the belly of it. Goes to the opposite pocket. Almost took that, Jamara. Handball away there from Lob. Moore. Handball towards Josh Dacos. He can gather. Williams takes him over the boundary line. Bloody hell, does Darcy have like 10 marks? He'd be up there.
I don't know why he just didn't go back. He's looked all good when he's taking a set shot. I don't know why he's just like, from 40 out and go around the body.
Yeah, a lot of players tend to do it, but it just never seems to work. Cameron, little tap down. Sanders hit his toe. Bytel wrapped up. Ball spills out. Gallagher breaking through. Snap towards goal. Oh, he nearly got it there, Gallagher. He's had a good game. Just missed it there. 5 points the difference. So now Howe sends it out wide. English. Probably should have marked that in the end. I think he went up a bit early. It's out of bounds. 14:40 on the clock. Heaps of time left in this one. Still haven't used their sub yet, Collingwood. English try to tap it forward. Dacos got it tapped away from him by Bontempelli. Little tap inside, just missed Standers. In and under is Josh Dacos. Not impressed. Roll out. Liam Jones full forward now. Yeah, chuck him forward. Cameron taps it straight to Treloar. Williams feigned it, did well, gives it off to Gallagher, who just thumped it long towards Darcy. Brought it to ground. West is there. Darcy just cannons into West, and out of bounds they go. He looks like the match winner, Darcy. I think he should have had the set shot straight before. Bontempelli looks like he can break away here as well. Had a really good night, Marcus Bontempelli. Umpire throws it in as our stream buffers, of course. Cameron won it down. Out the back is Dacos. Got a handball away. Sullivan wrapped up. Got a handball clear just. Williams. That's holding the footy. That's a good decision from the umpire. Just had to get rid of it there, Williams. Turned it over now to Crisp. I think it was called a throw, but anyway. Good decision from the umpire. Most of the decisions on the holding the ball front tonight, they've made pretty well.
Except the most obvious one, I thought.
Yeah, except the most obvious one against Dacos. I don't know how that wasn't paid. Howe works it out wide now to Bytel.
They haven't really spread here, Collingwood. You might have to go all the way back.
Yeah, I think they will. So he works it long. Pushed out of it a little bit too easy. There was Johnson. Dale. Creative handball out wide to Duray. Great little kick. Took the mark down low there, Bontempelli. Will he have to take his team on his shoulders once again? Bontempelli. Little over the top ball was good to Sanders. Good body work. He's got Dale with a short little ball on the lateral. Decides to go low ball into the pocket. They may get this one, West. Punched away out of bounds. Seems like the Dogs most of the night have tried to exploit that matchup on Dean. Most of the time it's actually worked as well when they've got it on the one-on-one.
Yeah.
Pies have kind of stopped and the Dogs are really running all over them at the moment. Ricochets away to West, who got one hand onto it. Sends a high ball. It's gone into the pocket. One-on-one is Darcy against Moore. And Moore knocks it out of bounds. So it looks like Parker about to get ready to come on. Maybe. I don't know. It didn't look like he's getting ready to come on.
He's still got his training shirt on.
English trying to get a tap out. Cameron got a poke in the eye. Umpire not happy with that, but doesn't care about it. Great kick from Maynard. Hits up Schultz. He's had a pretty good night, Lockie Schultz. Been one of his best games for Collingwood so far. We'll call him to play on. What? Whatever.
He's had to move about 10 metres to the boundary line.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Should have just called him to play on. Sends it down the wing. Cameron going back. Jones brought it to ground. Lipinski. Handball inside to Frampton. Couldn't grab it cleanly. Williams wrapped up by Dacos. Frampton jumps over the top. As I say that, Parker's about to make his way onto the ground. It's either Bytel or Johnson, I would say.
Yeah, like we said.
Yeah. Free kick's been ripped out here. It's going to go Collingwood's way. So Dacos will get the free kick. I think it's Bytel because he's not on the bench at the moment, is he? Sends it long. One-on-one is Schultz. Did well to bring it to ground there, Keith. Good work. Handball was dangerous though. He's turned it over. Sullivan feigns the give. Oh, I think they've given away the free kick here, McQuarrie. Shouldn't have given that one away. He had to hold on there. Just didn't give away that free kick. They were away. They're the Dogs. Bontempelli. Low ball inside the middle of the ground. Lob probably should have almost gave away the free kick. Moore tapped it inside to Lipinski. Free kick being ripped out. It's going to go against the Pies again.
They're not bloody happy.
You wouldn't be. I'm not surprised. Sends it long lob. 2-on-1 is Hugo Hagen, but out the back is Riley West. Left all on his own, and the Dogs are in front. Great work there from Jamari Ugle-Hagan. Brought that to ground. Pies couldn't kill it. And the Dogs probably deserve this lead. They've been the better team this last quarter. Collingwood just a little bit at the moment, seeming like... Just see a little bit tentative, I would say. Not to...
This seems... Yeah. They're not... They're just stopped in a way.
They're not pushing for the win. I think they've lost that like confidence that they would have in close games. They've drawn a couple this year when they've had the lead and whatever. They've also lost.
I don't know why Maynard even went to that contest. Like,
I think he knows better than that. Yeah, if anything,
Quaynor had it, and I think
Maynard probably put him off too.
yeah.
Dogs are dominating a lot of this last quarter. Can they keep it up? Tap down from Cameron. Dacos trying to get worried out of it by Bontempelli. Gallagher taps it towards Sanders. He gets wrapped up by Dacos. Got a handball away to Lob. Bontempelli. They're working it through the Dogs. They're on top. Williams sends it inside the forward 50. In front, Darcy couldn't mark. Play on. Howe. Short little ball to Lipinski. Again, they just get stopped at this area, Collingwood, in this last quarter. Sub has been made. Parker's on the ground now for the Pies.
Well, it wasn't Ash Johnson.
So it looks like maybe Bytel's been subbed out. Side bottom sends a long ball. Cameron. Jones over the top, brought it to ground. Sullivan did well. McRae wrapped up by Jones. Great tackle, gone.
Beautiful.
Had to lock that tackle down there, Jones, because if they got out, he was not back in defence to help them out.
Ooh.
Oh, it's John Noble. Dale takes the mark. That's interesting. I thought for sure Noble would have been safe. So he goes on now, Dale. Johnson, good pressure. Dale couldn't get around him, and the kick's turned over. Great work from Ash Johnson. Dacos gives it off to a running Maynard. Down the wing to Johnson. Good grab. He wants to wheel, but realises there's no one forward.
It was the perfect opportunity with Jones.
Oh, well, I guess that's the best case scenario on that kick. The Collingwood fans. Oh, no.
They had the perfect opportunity there, but because of Jones being up the field, but they just butchered the kick, and they had no one. No.
They had 2-on-1 on that in that area around 50 too.
Yeah.
So about to tick under 10 minutes in this last quarter. Umpire throws it in. Neither ruckman with anywhere near that. On the bounce lob, gives it to Bontempelli, who snaps it across his body. Went to ground there. I think it was Dean. West wrapped up by Parker. Ball in.
Bit close. To
Good camera right on forehead of McRae. What are his wrinkles thinking? Let's have a look. Frampton taps it to the front. They work it nicely here, the Dogs. Garcia. Up and under ball. Who's going to take it? Oh, West nearly took that in between his legs. He's fighting hard for it. He sits on it a little. Crisp. Ball up. Frampton won it down. Sullivan got it smothered off his boot. Frampton delivers a nice looking handball. McRae and that Dacos looking through the middle of the centre half forward. Terrible kick. Markov wasn't looking and O'Donnell read it nicely. Again, they're just not manned up enough here, the Pies. They're not manning up enough. And now Duray. Usually a good left foot ball towards half forward. Howe. They're at the back here, the Dogs. McRae. He's got Ugle-Hagan with a handball. He gives it. Ugle-Hagan. He lives for these moments. He sends it long. And then Bontempelli. If he kicks this goal, it's 7 points. I think that'd be the biggest lead the Dogs have had all night. Bontempelli against the two-gamer in Parker. He was always going to win it.
Yeah, experienced one out there.
He's been brilliant this last quarter, Marcus Bontempelli. He'll come around and snap, and he'll kick it home. Dogs in front by 7. Yeah, this will be the biggest lead they've had all night, the Dogs.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Wouldn't count out the Pies just yet, but right now they're all over them.
The contest down the other end, half forward, Markov just was all at sea there and just easy transition down the other end.
Yeah, they're on two different pages there, Dacos and Markov. Markov thought it was going out the back and Dacos thought he was leading up.
Yeah. Plus, he'd have to kick it about 70 metres, Dacos, to hit Markov out the back.
Yeah. Dogs are dominating. Still 8.5 to go, though,
English taps it forward. Sullivan out the back to side bottom. Held without it for the moment. Bontempelli, he does brilliantly. Out wide the kick towards Gallagher, who gathered and then didn't take his moment. Just had to settle there, Gallagher. He had time. 8 minutes 18 on the clock. Howe, wide ball, not a very good kick at all. Wasn't on the same wavelength as McQuarrie. And now he sends it long, Fraser, high ball, lob underneath it. It gets at the back again. West couldn't gather this time, side bottom. Couldn't mark Dacos, going back onto it, 3-on-1 is Bramble. Did pretty well. Locked up by Sullivan. Ball gets out though. And now Garcia goes with a high ball. Who can get there? Can Lob get there? Good work from Moore.
You always had better position there, Moore.
He wants to go on the outer side, trying to get something to work. Wide ball. Gets out the back for Bobby Hill. Up against Dale. Who's got the pace? Bobby kicks it short. Not a very good kick, though. Their kicking in this last quarter, Collingwood's been atrocious. Got a lucky bounce, those shots. And he's got even away a high one, I think. No, Collingwood get the free kick. Hill comes off the side of his boot. It may work to Dacos.
Oh, I reckon that was about 10.
Dacos feigns nicely against Treloar. Sends it long. And he misses. Oh, no, he's got it there. No, he hasn't. Has he got it? I don't know anymore.
Point. Hit the point.
Oh, he missed it.
Not really. It's 11, it's 11 to scores. Oh, it's a one kick game. One score game. For fuck's sake. Could we get another draw? Maybe doing
No. Yeah, every single stream you've been around for this year has been a fucking draw. Fraser sends it down the wing. Up goes Howe. Gets out the back. Dean, I think, sconned it. Knocked it out of bounds. Good header. That's crap umpiring. They're literally blocking the man on the mark. Well, the umpire, yeah, I know. English knocks it forward. Sanders against the grain. Took it. Parker wraps him up. Fucking hell. Cameron taps it forward to Dacos. Treloar worried him out of it. Bontempelli towards Sanders and Williams should get a free kick. In fact, it's Garcia and he gets it. Dacos not impressed, but Garcia more than happy to oblige. 6.5 minutes left. Garcia looking towards the pocket. Cameron, they got the numbers here. Jamara went up, couldn't bring it down. Howe at the back, taking a lot of time with it. Ooh. Lipinski under pressure, turned it over. And now Treloar against the former side. Side bottom gets back as always. And here they go, the Pies. They can go on the outer. Got a couple of options. Doesn't really know what to do with it here. And now sends a high ball by Tell in the one-on-one. Hill against Duray. Duray did well. You know the excuse is going to be made after this if they lose it. They're playing at Marvel.
Yeah.
Back in the ruck. English taps it out the back. Dale trying to deliver it out of there. Garcia breaking through. He's had a good night. High ball inside the forward 50 once again. It's out the back. They got the numbers. McNeil came on as the sub. Broke past another and kicks a big goal. They're going to be hard to beat the Doggies. They've got it at the back a few times in this last quarter. Right now,
they're just running all over them at the moment.
yeah, the Pies are a breaking strain.
Was it the right decision to sub Noble? Because
right now they probably could use a bit of run.
yeah, that's why I think Ash Johnson was the one to really go. But
yeah, I mean, since Parker came on in like 12 minutes left, I think it was.
yeah,
Johnson's had a couple of moments as soon as he came back onto the ground when it was in front of him, but since then has done nothing. Not that Noble really could have done much about any of this sort of stuff, but he nearly missed that McNeil, by the way. Good finish, though. Cameron taps it down. Yeah, I know, I agree, Gwenwell. I thought he missed it. Yeah, they've dominated this last quarter. 2 inside 50s to Collingwood, 15 to the Dogs. Dacos, play onto the call, English. Now Bontempelli, again they get the clearance. Bouncing ball, Sanders up against Parker, 2 young players. Sanders burns him off. Inside the forward 50, Moore got a little touch onto it. Again, though, it's locked inside the Dogs' forward 50.
They just can't move it forward, the Pies.
Right now, McRae's going to have to make a big move. They're taking off Johnson.
I'd put, to be honest, I'd put Frampton back. Just for the last couple minutes.
I'd almost chuck someone like Moore forward.
Yeah.
Tap down from English. Garcia trying to break through. Dacos couldn't get it out of there. Bytel goes to ground. Dacos has scored it over the boundary line. 5:11 on the clock.
They haven't been able to take a mark inside the forward half for most of this quarter. So they've got to try something now.
Cameron slapped it to the front. Dacos didn't get a very good bounce. And Bontempelli brings him over the boundary line. .5:03 on the clock. About to hit red time in this last quarter. Only 2 goals the difference. Could we see another draw? English went up, thumped it towards the goal square. Moore brings it to ground, but Treloar is there. Handball off to McRae, who went to ground. That was unfortunate. Out of bounds again.
You think a point might be enough here?
It's still 5 minutes. I don't know. If anything, they just... A point wouldn't be the worst, though, because Collingwood haven't been able to transfer the ball from their D50 for this last quarter at all. Brought down Cameron, and Dacos coming through. Got Dacked, got the blue undies on. Moore got the kick away. On the bounce, this will matter. Gets over the top for Markov and Hill. Markov running through, kept his feet. He kept the ball running forward. He did really well, Markov. Got dragged down by Daniel. Got a handball clear, though. Hill trying to feign the give. Got off the side bottom. Usually a good user. Towards the forward 50. Dale went up, couldn't mark. Did pretty well in the end, and the Dogs can recover. Treloar working back. Sends it outside the defensive 50, but only for a moment. Couldn't mark Markov. Gives it out to side bottom, who thumps it back inside. Jones. Great mark.
Mr. Reliable there.
Liam Jones can hold it up. Oh, God. Just short ball to McNeil. Heart in the throat kind of stuff. all three of the Bulldogs players who are not playing tonight, Richards and Norton, and there was someone else, I can't remember who it was. Yeah, Richards. I think I said Richards, didn't I? All look very shocked when he kicked that ball. They did lucky to get away with that one. Daniel happy to see it out of the boundary line. 3:41 on the clock. So centre wing out of sight. If Collingwood are going to somehow steal a point at 2 points out of this game or win it, they're going to have to get a goal in the next minute or so, you would say. From the tap down, English couldn't gather. Socked forward by Dacos. On the bounce, Duray did well. And McRae got wrapped up by McQuarrie. Got a handball clear. Good tackle from Harrison on Duray. Ball up. Tap down from Cameron. Only as far as McRae. And now Gallagher. High ball forward. Howe goes back, takes a good grab. Oh, he just got it over the top there. That would have killed the game. Over the top to Josh Dacos. They're just got to go, the Pies. He goes with a dangerous ball inside. It gets out the back. The Pies have the numbers. Harrison missed the handball to McQuarrie. He's fighting hard onto it. Side bottom kept his feet. Handball to Markov. He can kick from just inside the forward 50. And he's blown his line.
And I think that's all hope. Lost there for him.
Still just under 3 minutes to play. But Collingwood have had some opportunities in the last few moments. And they've wasted them. So now Liam Jones. He goes high and long. English is there. Went over Radit and Cameron takes an easy mark. God, he just has to get a touch on that English.
Yeah.
So now Cameron, he's just going to have to pump it long again. He does. High ball, top of the goal square. Who's the flyer? Hill almost got a spoiled by his own man. Daniel taps it out towards Williams and he takes it out of bounds. 2:35 on the clock. McRae calling players to go forward. They know they can win. They can get a goal. He can get it back to the middle and set up again. Probably the only time in this last quarter they've had territory for a few minutes. Cameron taps it down. Daniel wrapped up by Crisp. Ball up again.
The new hold the ball decision is going to be highlighted here.
We want to draw.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to draw. English taps it forward. Dacos pushed away from it. Trelaw, too good. Works the ball out wide. Lead up Jamara. Couldn't mark. Good work from Maynard. Sanders in and under. Lipinski wraps him up. 55 out from Collingwood's goal. Bulldogs have done really well in this last quarter. This will be an upset of the year. Oh, I don't know about that. Collingwood have got a lot of players out.
I tipped it.
Yeah, you tipped
At the
it.
moment. I've tipped the Dogs.
How you doing anyway, Dale? English taps it down. Lipinski got it out of there. Bytel. Bulldogs have done really well in the last few minutes. Just every single time the ball hits a stoppage, they just lock it in. They'll tap away. Lipinski couldn't get rid of it. Sanders did well. High free kick's going to go Bulldogs' way. And it ticks under 2 minutes to go. Who will win tomorrow? West Coast and Kilda? Because it's in Perth, West Coast. I even think in Melbourne they'd have a chance, to be honest. St Kilda are in poor form. And after that loss last week, they want to go home and get a good win. Long ball, Moore takes the intercept mark. Minute 42. Here go the Pies, smothered. Great work from Darcy. And now the Dogs can kill this game. Trelaw, Ugelhagen, back to Trelaw. He's been brilliant. He dodges past one, works it inside the forward 50 for Lob, who can just take this one out, deciding a little party trick over the top, and Darcy, snapping ball! Oh, this will be the perfect finish! Sam Darcy, what a night! That's the perfect finish for the Bulldogs. They're going to win. But right now, I still think you give Nick Dacos the 3 votes. I think he's had a brilliant night. But I think Trelaw gets 2, and then it's either Bontempelli or Darcy for the 1.
I think you have to give it to Darcy, I think.
How is Bytel going? Probably should have been subbed. Tell me that wasn't a miss kick. That wasn't a miss kick. That was pure class. No, that's a goal. That's a good kick.
Give him the benefit of the doubt with a kick to him.
Yeah, agree. Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I think that was a big mistake, subbing out John Noble and not Ash Johnson.
Yeah, or at least Bytel. Cameron taps it down, English. Couldn't get there. Bytel spent out of trouble. Ball out wide, and the Dogs can pile on some more pain. Trelaw sends a high ball. Darcy, 1, 2, 3, 4! They just pay it, umpire! Didn't do so. High ball outside the defensive 50. Howe almost gave away a high free kick. Trelaw. McRae back to Trelaw. Trying to get the 3 votes off of us. Works it inside towards Ugelhagen. Couldn't gather more. Gives it off to Dacos. And now Maynard. Looking through the middle. Just missed the kick. They've missed a lot of them in this last quarter. They've missed a lot of those kicks in the last quarter. I think Collingwood had a chance to win this game, but they've just haven't really. A lot of times they haven't shown up for into the last 10 minutes of this quarter, and then they've butchered the footy.
They didn't take their opportunities early in the game, and it's kind of really bite them in the end.
McRae goes long with the kick. Ugelhagen gets at the back. Dean, he's fighting hard for it. He got to it, got a high one. Should get the free kick, and he does. So they want to take the advantage. Maynard through the middle of the ground. Only 18 seconds to go, though. Time will run out in the moment. The long kick. Good mark from Williams. So with 5 seconds to go, the Dogs have won a big one. They keep their finals hopes alive. They're 1 win out of the 8. And don't count out the Dogs in 2024. A brilliant win in the end. They go on to win 15-10-100 to the Magpies. 12-10-82. A brilliant win in the end there from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think you give Bontempelli the 3 votes.
What do you do? I think you give him 2. Oh, I still think Trelaw played better. I know he had a big last quarter.
14 disposals, 4 tackles, 1 goal, 65 fantasy points in that last quarter. Oh, shit.
Ooh. I still think you give it to Dacos. I think he had a better game. Oh, this is tough. Do you think Collingwood will play finals? I still think they will. They need to get some players back, but I think the Bulldogs have played very well the last month or so. And despite the first 20 minutes of this game, they had a really good performance in this one as well. if Josh Battle leaves St Kilda at the end of the year, will they get compensation pick? Yeah, probably. I think it's like a late second round or early third, depending on how much he gets paid. Alright guys, we're going to end the stream there because I need to go to the bathroom. I'm busting again. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. People think this is an upset. No. Well, I don't anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Thank you for joining me on the stream, Jack. Really appreciate the support on the latest commentary video, guys. Thank you for the support on that. Thank you. I need to go to the toilet so fucking bad. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you all next time.
Thanks, guys.